Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvo.
It's your boy, Gene P.
And your boy, Gray.
And we backs with the bullshits. Fellas, it's been, how long? It's been just a little under a week. What you guys did this past weekend?
See, for me,
Yeah, great. You're going to have to close that door.
Oh, man, let's see what I did. What did I do? And not much, really. Let's see. Well, I signed up for a gym membership today, so paid full price, like for the whole year. So that's gonna be my commitment for the year. Just
what gym is it?
24-hour fitness.
Nigga, they shutting those down.
And they got his money for the year. They came up on his ass.
Nigga, 24 hours filed for bankruptcy just a few months ago.
So they're Planet Fitness, though. Sometimes they do that just to restructure their books.
Yeah, I think they're good. Yeah, they're not going.
Okay.
They're not going anywhere.
I am not giving my money to a company that just filed for bankruptcy, nigga. You wildin'.
Not in full, right? Come up on here.
There's one over there in Sanford.
So yeah, there is. Yeah, Lake Mary. Yeah.
Okay, I've been to that one. Yeah, that one's decent.
Mm-hmm. Really good. Let me see. Other than that, not much. Just not much really.
What did I get into this past weekend? Oh, I went to a resort. We got to actually celebrate Mother's Day this go around. During that weekend with the Gaylord Resort. Really on point, man. Really nice. That's just a dope with the indoor atrium. You know, you be even if it's raining, it don't affect you. Everything's indoor.
But it feels like you're outside, right?
Yeah, you can still feel the breeze and all that shit.
The Gaylord.
That shit is really nice. And then they have the water park inside there. I didn't get to ride the wave machine. I always wanted to ride it, but when I got there, I was on a gummy though. It was just chilling though. So I didn't get to go on that. You know, the little thing where you get on the surfboard and the artificial wave.
It was just you and the wife, or you, wife, and the kids?
Me, the wife, and the kids.
So you just walking around high with your kids, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, they have fun. They just, you know, they don't care. They play in the thing. I'm just chilling back, you know, getting shots and drink and all that. But it was dope, man. I definitely got to go back there. That's one of the nicer resorts I've been to. With a room and because some of them, they usually have to have a trade-off where the room's okay, but the amenities are super dope, or the room's real nice and the amenities are pretty lame. So when you got kids, you want to make sure all the amenities just to keep them busy. So that's why I'm always usually between the Omni and all that. But the Omni, some of the rooms are like, they're not all that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Especially after we done seen like the rooms they have like in Vegas and all that. I'm saying, so the rooms are just okay in the Omni, but the amenities are awesome. So,
how's the room in at the Gaylord?
It's nice. It's real nice. But what's name has real nice rooms too. The World Center Marriott.
The Marriott, yeah.
Yeah, but the World Center, but they some pipe broke loose from their giant. They have like a giant pool, a giant one. And they drained it while they refixed it. And they never even put that in the ads. And I was like, man, that's why last time I don't get my points back for that. But this one right here, the atrium, man, that shit is nice. So you can basically go outside walking at 2-3 o'clock in the morning inside the atrium because you're really inside the whole time. It's dope. That concept. And there's like 3 restaurants inside of it. That Gaylord's really on point. How about you? What you up to, Joe?
I'm up here in New York. You know, city still on semi shutdown. So I didn't really do much, but this past weekend we had to make a move to a different hotel.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because the New York City hospitals stopped paying for a hotel, so we had to move to a different one that was better priced.
So are they gonna pay for those ones or no?
Nah, we just gonna have to be a tax write-off.
Now, I hear there might be a hustle in that in the sense where I guess when New York was paying for it, it's like you know how they have like a net 90 account or net what's name. So Do you send them the bill, or is it they just picked up the tab? However it was.
You talking about previously?
Yeah, previously.
Nah, they just paid it. They just paid it on their own.
Okay, yeah. I hear there's something like that where you can go to. That's like one of the ways that they tell you how you could do Airbnb without owning the property. In a sense, like you can go to like hotels or stays like that, and then you tell them, you do like a corporate account, right? You need these days for like 90 days, whatever it is, and you'll be having nurses in and out of this, that there. They give you a rate, you charge your company even higher rate. You know how it goes, but there's people doing that.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, I probably went through one. If anything, you wouldn't know. You're saying it's usually companies that provide that service. But I guess as New York gets ready to slow down in the pandemic and all that stuff, they start listening.
Yeah, because a lot less people are testing. Not as much people are taking it serious. CDC coming out with some bullshit. So nobody's really taking it serious anymore. So that's why.
Listen, America is coming out with some bullshit. CDC is just complying. They're like, listen, they ain't listening to us, bro. We gotta give them a little break. You know what I'm saying? Tell them, no, I can go out now, even though they've been. Because really, if they had to do it, to tell us, hey, we need another lockdown. But y'all not listening. Y'all getting to the point y'all really not listening to them. It's gotten really partisan completely to the point where some people want Fauci to quit. They're talking about, oh, it don't matter what message you're saying. It's not getting to people. They don't like you no more. You just got to quit. There's a guy that saved America during the AIDS epidemic back in the days. People want him to go just because all he was doing is telling you what to do. So now they're trying to give y'all a little slack, give y'all a chance to go back outside. But we know that, God forbid, America actually had a real crisis, though.
Ray, is your mic hooked up, or are you talking into the computer?
No, my mic's hooked up.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like you were talking into like the computer microphone.
Oh no.
On Zoom, did you switch the microphone to the mic? Because if you don't switch it, it'll still pick up the internal mic and use that, unless you switch it in settings.
Let me see.
Do you hear a difference between me and Gray, Nate?
No, not really.
Okay.
You seen the AirTag thing, Judo, that Microsoft coming out with? I mean, Apple's coming out with?
Yeah, they released like a couple weeks ago.
I came out with that idea years ago, and you guys squashed my idea telling me about Square.
Not Square, it was Tile.
And now look, but I had that Microsoft idea, and I did shit.
It's Apple, not Microsoft.
Apple, whatever it is.
Apple.
I had Apple's idea years ago. Y'all told me, no, don't even bother Tile to do it.
But Apple is getting a lot of complaints from Tile and other companies that have that because they're saying it's not fair.
It's a wrap for them boys.
It's a wrap for them, for real. Even though Apple should
Apple's selling products they know you're gonna lose, and then they're also sending you the device to find it. That's bullshit.
Because Apple, we know Apple is gonna make a clean product. It's gonna work flawlessly with the iPhone, and
that's the issue.
Even though they're gonna sell it for a lot more than what competitors are selling it for, people are gonna go with the Apple shit because just how
you'll go with the iPhone seamlessly.
Yeah, just how seamlessly it is with the what's name.
The function
because even if it's not, because you can put it on any other product, AirPods, iPods.
Gray, you changed the mic, Gray?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, now you might have to bring the mic closer to you.
All right.
Go ahead, speaker.
How about now?
Yeah, you're still kind of lower than before. So you have a mic stand?
Yeah, I do.
Just go with the computer mic. That's what you have.
You might have to go with the computer mic because it needs to be closer to you because it's a condensed mic and you have to speak directly into it.
How about now?
Yeah, you're still low, bro. You might have to switch it back to the computer until you get That's why I ordered a mic stand the other day, just because I knew I was gonna have to have it so close.
Let's see.
So go ahead and switch it back.
Yeah, I'll switch it back. Yeah. How about now?
What's up?
How about now?
You're still low.
Make sure your volume's all up. Anything else? Yeah, we already getting these absurdities as far as what your week goes, you know.
How about now?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to speak up a little louder, but you know,
All right. So,
it's all good. Nah, that was it for me this week, man. Just making the move from hotel to hotel, and then next month I got to make another move because we renting a property, like an
Okay.
Airbnb, like a Airbnb type property up here. So I
Yeah,
just got to make another move.
I'm gonna do it for like the whole time out there, or you just keep swapping out.
Just month to month,
Okay.
because we don't know when this shit gonna end. Because these New Yorkers ain't taking COVID serious no more. They
and
trying to.
this is what we're doing down here in Florida, is it?
Yeah, Gray, you're gonna have your mic is way off now, bro. You low as hell.
We live in the life in Florida. We got freedom.
You might just have to disconnect the mic
Which one?
to my Gray.
How about now? Still?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, here you go. You're better now.
All right.
Which
Okay, it's
one
the
is-
volume, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah.
All right, we could jump into the service. What y'all want to go first? Hip hop.
We got a guest supposed to be coming in, but I guess we could spit on hip hop till she get in, and then we'll divert back if we need to. For hip hop this week, J. Cole dropped his album. What's the name of the album again?
I can't even tell you, bro.
The off season.
Off season, right?
Let me see how much tracks on this. I'm about 6 songs deep of a 12-track album. So far, almost everything's phenomenal. My complaints about J. Cole, trying to pander like he's the normal man, this, that, or the third, or never getting any features. Trying to say he broke all those molds this time. He's back to having features on the albums, features on the production. And he's some tracks he's bragging about, him doing crazy numbers, like you only doing a measly 100,000, braggadocious. I loved it all, man. This fucking album's phenomenal, bro. This is what I had. Cole gave us 3 of these. He'd have been out the door. This could have been his way out the game perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Had he gave us 3 of these, had he gave us the Forest Hill Drive and gave us 3 of these following this, we're like, oh, this guy's the GOAT. He's out of here. But this is out of
my first listen to it, I was like, okay, it's a J. Cole album with some features. It's all right. But then I listened to it again and I was like, it's a little better. So
and then the features on there did good. Little Baby did good, but to me the best feature on there is probably 21 Savage.
Yeah, that's what I was watching. I was watching one of those meme shits, and that was niggas like 21 Savage sliding. Does 21 even slide?
Exactly. Yeah. 21 went in on that. I kind of like that duo, bro. That's the second time they got together. Anytime Cole hooks up with like I don't know if they come like a lower tier rapper or maybe a mumble rapper, you call him. Because 21 ain't a mumble rapper. 21 practically talks. The tracks be dope. Look at the track with him and Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? He got this with him and Lil Baby. He got the track with 21 Savage. This is the second track with 21 Savage. I think we might need like just a Southern, even though that Cole is Southern. That's what we forget in a sense. I don't know if he advertises it much. You know what I'm saying? He's from North Carolina. These are people he would go perfectly along with, the Baby and all that stuff. We just never had a Southern Cole.
He even put Moray on the album.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was gonna be a stronger track though, the one with Moray, because Moray be snapping on his own shit.
Yeah, but I guess they're from the same area. Look at out showing love. He has Bass as artist on there. 6 Lack came on. He got some flames, bro. It's good to see Cole went out, and then after that, the next day after his album dropped, he did his debut game. And where's he playing at?
South Africa.
Is this? I don't know. I know he's playing for Rwanda Patriots.
Yeah, so I think he had like 3 points.
3 points, 2 rebounds in 3 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, he had a bunch of assists or something like that. But it wasn't all that good of a debut game. But let's see if he balls out. It'd be crazy. I know one of the top NBA trainers had been training with him for like 6 months before COVID. So he was planning on doing this all along. And there's the guy was saying how he's like one of the better shooters that he's been around. You know what I'm saying? So the position he would be on to just be like a post-up shooter. This would be perfect for the league nowadays, but it'd be crazy if he could make it to the league though. At 36 years old.
Yeah, he gotta make it through the G League first.
No.
You think no? I mean, look at your boy Tim Tebow, out here living his dream, going to not to enter the NFL. Who'll say J. Cole can't?
Yeah, but Tebow didn't take off. Tebow didn't never. J. Cole didn't even play college basketball, did he?
Yeah, that's what he went to college for.
No, it's not.
I thought he had a scholarship for that.
Nah.
Oh, no, matter of fact, he did go for that, but then I think his music thing took off and he didn't play. He quit.
No, what happened? Well, he was on Kevin Durant's podcast, and he was like, he went to do a walk-on tryout and shit like that. I think his sophomore year, because his first year he missed the tryout, so he wasn't on the team. I think he did a walk-on as the second year.
Okay.
So he didn't go to that school just for basketball.
Yeah.
But niggas playing in Africa now, so I guess he could put that professional basketball player title under his bio.
Hey man, if he's got a shot. Some NBA teams wouldn't mind letting him come on play a couple of games for the weekend. You know what I'm saying, and then let him retire like P did and have him a nice memorabilia jersey show.
It'll get him some what you call it, some clout or some.
What team did Master P play for?
New Orleans.
Master P.
Even crazier.
He played for Toronto, didn't he?
He played for New Orleans and Toronto.
Okay.
He actually played for New Orleans?
I think either he played for their G League team or he only had like a 10-day contract with them. But I remember him playing on New Orleans, the Hornets, when they were the Hornets at the time.
Yeah, because the green jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're right. I don't know what I'm saying. We gotta see how that works. She's saying phone number. That's not the phone number. That's the Zoom meeting code, right? We don't have a phone number for Zoom, is there?
No, you gotta tell her it's Zoom, not a phone call.
You know from her phone.
She said what?
She can do Zoom from her phone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a business professional woman. She's one of these modern women.
That could be an insult or a compliment, depending on how you take that. So did you check out the Cole album, Greg?
No, I didn't get to listen to it yet.
Solid piece of work, man. You know,
listen to it on your first day at your new gym.
I'll still be here.
What else we have in hip hop? Your boy, YFN Lucci, he turned himself in on RICO charges. When I heard they got charged, I was like, oh, they're really trying to get rid of him. But mind you, YFN Lucci's already fighting a murder charge.
Yeah.
Them boys went to go sliding on the enemy, and his homeboy died in the car.
So what was this one for?
There's a RICO charge.
He got charged with it?
With the murder charge?
Yeah. You said
he was already charged with the murder charge. He's out on bond.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember that one, he didn't actually kill the murder. They were doing the shooting, and the person shot back in self-defense and killed his partner. And they dropped out. And you know how it is, though. Somebody going to jail. Like, we still don't even, that's what the cop, they killed a 16-year-old. They still haven't charged the other lady with the girl stabbing.
The mom?
Girl shooting. Not the mom, those adult girls that I was at a fighter.
Oh, they shouldn't charge them girls because the foster mom is the one that actually called them over there to come fight the girl.
Wow.
Oh, that was the case?
Yeah, bro.
It don't matter. Okay, whatever it is, yeah, then I guess it should have charged the mom. Whoever it is that brought those are usually the person that gets charged.
Wow.
Yeah, those are usually the person that gets charged, not the action. You know what I'm saying? Even though she might get hurt, those are people that get charged. Because I'm surprised they didn't do that yet.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do it on this case because it's too big of a case.
They can't be railroading niggas when everybody looking.
All right. So the cops just not gonna get charged. No one's gonna get charged. It's just gonna be like, okay, this was justifiable. We're gonna leave it alone. Nobody go to jail. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, maybe you might be right.
It's a whole fuckery. Yeah, it's just
If this wasn't on camera, though, they'd have sent somebody to jail.
Yeah, all three of them that were there, and the dude would have got charged with the murder if it wasn't this climate. If we weren't in this climate.
In prisons, the bodies are. They're gonna feel it somehow, some way.
So we know. Do we know the story how like why she called those other two girls to come fight the 16-year-old? It's crazy.
Because those two girls, I believe they say was in her care.
They were
okay. Those other women, they were under her care before. I guess they phased out of the system.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they were still cool with the lady though, but I guess the lady told them that the 16-year-old is causing her problems and shit like that, giving her headaches and stuff like that for them to come check her and shit. And that's what happened.
Yeah, man, this is just a lot about us, man. Like
that's the whole thing. That's like it's ridiculous because you can call your dad to come fight for you, but you can't. Why can't your dad take you out of foster care? Your dad's not in jail. He's not. It didn't look like he was hooked on drugs.
That was her dad. She called her dad.
The guy that kicked the girl in the head was her father.
Wow.
So her father was on the scene. Like
a whole lot of fuckery, bro.
I don't understand these dudes out here, bro.
A whole lot of fuckery.
Well, you know what it could be is
He couldn't stop her from
once
it could be the state took the daughter, you know what I'm saying, from the
that's
dad.
what I'm saying. Once the state takes the kid out of the house and put him into foster care, it's kind of difficult to get him out unless you can really prove that your shit is all together.
Exactly, yeah.
And you have a 2-bedroom apartment for her, or room for her own, or shit like that. So we don't know his situation, but nonetheless,
we know it ain't good. It ain't normal.
Right. Nonetheless, I'm not letting my kids stay in foster care if I'm out here. Even if I have to just take the kid and the foster mother continues to get the check or whatever, but the kid is coming to live with me regardless.
Yeah, man. Parents.
This is a result of just a whole lot of fuckery. I mean,
parents be looking for that cop out, bro. You gonna take care of my kid? You get paid for it. She can still holler at me if she need me to come kick somebody in the head. We good. We great.
You see what happens. I mean, this shit.
You don't account for all the fuck shit, but you know.
A whole lot of fuck shit, man.
What else do we have? I think I sent ATL the link on my email to her because the shit was acting funky. She said shoot her the link instead.
What else we got in hip hop?
We
have a rapper, Chicago rapper Lil Reese.
Oh, no, we kind of dipped off Lucci. I meant to say on Lucci. I don't know how we just did that. Okay. Yeah, so Lucci basically they hit him up with a RICO charge because New Orleans crime has been high. This, that, and third things. Not New Orleans, Georgia. You know, crime's been kind of crazy and stuff like that, and they've been saying they want to clean up the city. You already know that lady, Keisha Lance Bottom, already said she's not running against us. Yeah. Crime's kind of crazy in Atlanta right now. You got those white folks in Buckhead. They want to separate the municipality. They don't want to be part of Atlanta anymore. You know, white folks quick to do that. They're too much nigga representation. Make us separate.
Wow.
So they've been saying that, and they said they're about to be tougher on crime, which means a lot. You know what that means? A lot of niggas about to get hit up with that RICO. If you ever
brutality, a lot of.
Well, here's what happens. You know, if you're ever gonna take Dr. Surd's advice, which we tend to give sound advice, if you're in Atlanta right now and you were trapping the last year or so, go ahead and move. If you're getting any money, you're notorious, you're online, you're a neighborhood dude, go ahead and move because them RICO charges coming down, they're not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Well, them conviction rates are high for a reason.
I think ATL just got on.
Her mic's still not on.
Hello, unmute yourself.
Hey, show her the fragrance of the day. That way she know what type of energy you are.
Hey, candle of the night.
Killing the night. The freaking just say no type of energy Juno's on.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing? How you been?
I've been pretty good. I'm wondering why my AirPod is not connecting. 1 second. Why it doesn't connect? Let's try this.
You said it's not connecting?
Exhausted. I've been because
You been out.
you
You
know
been out. You been out here trying to take over the world as a modern woman.
here we go. Told me at the
Ah,
last minute. He Mr. Nate, the correspondence there, told me at the last minute.
Yeah, I forgot to let her know yesterday.
you know it's never if Nate's the one hitting you up. You know it's not gonna go as planned.
Yeah, we have friend of the pod, ATL on it. Do we have to announce or anything like that, or give her a rundown of I mean, you came on a couple times before. I don't want to give your name or credentials or anything like that.
Tell the people, tell the people about yourself again, ATL, because it's been a while since you've been on the pod.
Yeah, it has. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to turn on my AirPods because I can hear you guys through the computer. Say something, Juno.
Yo, can you hear me? Hello.
Yep.
You have to unmute yourself. You're still muted.
I don't think she's mute. It would have said mute.
No, I'm not mute. It just is not connected.
Shout out to the bonnet crew.
You see my bonnet?
No, you're just guessing. We don't have no picture of you. You have a bonnet
Hey,
on?
you're not. You're
I do
not
have a bonnet. Shut up.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
You can't make this shit up.
I could go to hell.
Photo. How the odds does he know that?
I do have a bonnet. I'm good.
See, he's been indoctrinated, I'm telling you, these guys need indoctrinated. Like.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh Lord.
I don't know why my thing is not.
We hear you just fine though. What's the issue?
If you can hear us, it's all good. We can hear you just fine.
All right. No, I was just trying to connect my my AirPods. I guess I'll.
Yeah, we're not getting no feedback from the audio on the computer or anything, so there's no echo. So you're good.
Okay. All right. Great. So, hey, what's up, guys? It's Third Podcast. You know, great. Your boy OG Nate.
Yep.
What you been up to lately? How's life treating you?
It's busy, man. New position, new company. That work-life balance. I'm no longer remote anymore. So we're back in the office. So that's why, when Nate hit me up, I'm like, dude, I'm at my department dinner right now. Management came in town, so it took us all out to eat. But yeah, it just been busy trying to, sustain that work-life balance, working out, trying to keep focus.
You don't work remotely now. You have to actually go into the office.
Yeah, I have to actually go into office now.
Yeah, no bueno.
What do you do?
I'm an operation analyst for a healthcare billing company.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It's nice.
fun times. But it's all good though. We just have to do the daily symptom check, the COVID check, and make sure you don't have any symptoms. We do have to wear a mask and face shield, but if you are vaccinated and show records that you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear the face shields, or you don't have to actually do the monthly COVID testing.
Mm-hmm.
So they excuse that, but we still have to do the COVID daily symptoms check-in every day.
You're a fairly new homeowner too, man. How you liking that?
Yeah, so it's been 6 months now. That's crazy. Time is flying when you're having fun. It's cool, man. I actually renting out the guest room, so it's house hacking right now. Monetizing, optimizing my money as much as possible to family member.
Excellent day.
The only downside was recently the AC unit went out, so I purchased a new AC unit, being in the home less than a year, so that kind of sucked.
Yeah, that's about what you which part of the system went out?
The motor was bad, and the what he said, it was something else. And he told me I can't replace the motor, but it looks like the entire unit was just old, because the unit was built the origin of the house. So the unit was built back in, like, I think this place was built in like 03, 04. So
Mhm.
they don't even make that unit anymore. So it was just time for a new AC anyway. So I kind of knew it going into purchasing a home, doing the inspections and stuff. He did mention about the AC unit, and they fixed it just to pass the inspection. But I didn't. I took a gamble, but I didn't think I'll have to pay that much money early on. Coming
I, I,
in.
re- I know it's expensive because I recently replaced our whole system. I think, when did I do that, guys? That was like maybe 2 years ago.
Yep.
And depending on who you go with, that can run you anywhere from 4,000 to 10,000.
Yeah, mine was $3,000.16.
Oh,
I know it from yeah.
Yeah, down to the penny.
So every time that shit blasts and people have something that's too loud, enjoy $3,000.16.
But funny thing is, you could have deducted that off the purchase of the house. I don't know if you did that.
I mean, she already purchased that. She didn't
I
know.
already purchased the house.
Yeah, that's
like during the inspection, like when we were getting it inspected.
anything you get done that breaks before, after, up to a year, you feel like the inspector got one over it. You're like, God damn it.
I mean, the inspector, he was legit. He told me. He said he couldn't tell me because he found an issue with the not the motor. It was something else. Like the thing was frozen or something. So they fixed it just to pass the inspection again when he did it again. But he couldn't tell me if the unit was gonna last for 4 months or a year. But it was on its last leg. So he did mention that to me. I just took a gamble and say, you know what, I'll whatever. And take the house, because it was like my third or fourth house where I put a contract in it and it didn't go through because of whatever circumstances.
Okay.
It was leaking. Like,
Yeah, it was leaking. Yeah, it was leaking, and something was frozen or something. I forgot.
I know what that happens when
the freon.
there's a leak
The
inside
freon, exactly.
so it starts to freeze at the inside the house unit, not outside, but the one that's inside the house or
Yeah.
connected to the house. That'll start freezing up, and under there would fill up with water and shit.
Right. It was mad annoying, but yeah, new AC unit is blasting, looking
But
good.
congratulations on the house purchase.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now you're a fully independent modern woman.
Oh, here we go.
So as we speak on such things, we brought you on because last week, and feel like the last 2 episodes, we've been speaking of the most popular man of the hour, Kevin Samuels.
Right.
Had different takes on it. And I said that I think we need a woman's take on this. And then you text me, hey, I want to be on the podcast next time. I need a woman's take. And I said, all right, no problem. We'll have you on.
Right. So I just want to just check something. So it's like 4 of you guys, 3 of you guys. How long?
It used to be 4.
Right. How long have you been in a relationship or married collectively? So I know Juno just got married, but Juno, how long you were in a relationship before you got married?
Since 2011. Over here we put them on that 10-year plan.
Great. What about you?
We call it a decade plan.
Great. What about you?
For me, like maybe a year or 2.
Okay, but how long you been married?
For 13 years.
So Nate, how long you been married? 10 years, right?
Going on 10, I believe. We've been together 20 years.
You've been married for like 8 to 9 years, Nate.
Oh yeah, almost a decade. So collectively together, you 3 young men, black men, you guys been married close to 30 years. I mean, in a relationship or
we'll
not?
say about 35, yeah. We'll say
30,
35.
Yeah, 35 years. So speaking on modern dating is a little bit out of touch for you guys. So you can only speak on the perspective of what you see and what you're getting collectively as and what's appearing in your face. But when you're in it, it's different. right? And I will go back to say that Nate is not. I agree with Nate. Then I don't. I don't agree because, in a sense, too, I hear what Grace saying. I hear what Juno saying. The delivery, what Kevin Samuels is placing, is not to say his message is wrong, right? What he's saying is that the odds are against you, and that goes for both men and women. When you talk
How
about
about for men?
numbers,
How's the odds for men? Men's are thriving in this scenario. Men aren't the one that are looking to get married.
right? But with men, well, mostly for the women in terms of odds. 'Cause I think he tried to place it in perspective so they can understand in terms of what they're looking for.
Mhm.
But in this culture right now, and in this what we're seeing, what I'm seeing as well is that we're constantly just belittling each other, like men, especially black women and men. It's constantly like, he he's trying to get over me, or I'm trying to be independent, or I need to get my money up, I'm trying to be a high value man, or I need to make, I need to look this certain way to get this person. So it's always this constant back and forth. Not to say that Kevin Samuels don't uh help men, because I know in the beginning of his message he was helping men trying to get their things and their orders and matters together. But what we're seeing and what's been oversaturating is the message that you have to look a certain way or you have to be a certain woman to get this high value man. And what is a high value man? So now we're seeing the message is going right now. A high value man is making six figures. He has to be a certain height and can provide a resource and the lifestyle that you want. That's more than an exception than is to the rule, to what we see, to what is available.
I don't think height
Okay,
has anything to do with it. It's just money.
So the high value man, he says, making $10,000 a month, consecutively for 5 years.
Yeah.
Make it what?
So if you have
10,000
after you're not
10,000 a month for 5 years.
Okay.
So, and the people that are working towards that 5-year mark, he calls them Henrys or something in training. High value man in training. He called them Henry
High
or something.
earners, not
Rich yet.
not rich yet. Exactly.
Right. So do you think he's wrong on when he says when a guy builds himself up to this certain level where he's been consistently making $10,000 a month for 5 years, he's established, he's what's name? Do you think he's wrong when he says he needs a feminine, fit, and cooperative woman?
No, because that's based on preference. I don't think, again, I'm not going against Kevin Samuel message, because if you're certain, because that's a beautiful, that it goes for a beautiful woman who feel like she has more men, she can date based on how her looks or what she provide, right? So I'm not going against that. What is happening now? I can't tell if you guys know, it's because you're in relationships, right? What is happening now on a social level between men and women, especially in the Black community, is we're really going against each other constantly. If one is trying to fight to be a high value man and the other is only looking for a high value man, and they're not seeing eye to eye, so it's being oversaturated of people just not being the best that they can with who they are and living in this luxury, unrealistic expectation that may never happen for them.
Okay, so
Mhm.
do you think his message is beneficial to Black women that are out here in the dating market, or is it harmful?
I think the delivery is harmful.
No, that's not the question. ATL.
I feel it's harmful because it's not getting to them.
She didn't answer the question.
She said it's harmful.
No, she said the delivery is harmful. I asked her, is the message harmful?
I think the message is harmful. The reason I'll say this too, the message is harmful alongside with the delivery is we have a lot of impressionable people, especially young women, who are looking up to this guy to say that, I have to be a certain type or certain look and figure to get this certain to this certain man who may not even be checking for me in the first place. What's wrong with the man that making $40-$50? $40,000-$50,000 or 30,000 who's in graduate school? We're eliminating a huge part of our dating pool because we're looking up to the unexpected man that may not be checking for us to begin with.
That though. He says that.
But
the average guy makes 45. Y'all should be dating to that, but y'all call that settling. So he tells you what comes with if you want the higher guy. What you gotta look like, does like what you gotta expect.
Yeah, but I hear you. We hear it, but what's the delivery? What's being saturated, and who's always constantly calling in to get to hear the message? Well, I think that message is not being heard because of delivery. Everything else is saying, "What size are you? Oh, how many baby daddies you got?
But is the
where you work
at? Is the message right or wrong?
I think the message is telling women that your standards are too high based on the decision that you have made. I think it's a little bit unfair because we don't know what these so-called quote unquote high value men are really checking for. I really think it's unfair to say that, because my marriage didn't work out, I can't get a man that makes six figures.
Yeah, that's how it usually works. I mean, but you can, because there's a sucker born every day, and men. That's why that's the part he doesn't factor in. He never gives the simps or extra thing, or the fact that guys might fall up. Suckers are born every day. So if she bad and she meets the criteria, but what goes with she bad goes with a lot of the critiques.
And I never said, I don't go against Kevin Samuel placing odds, right? Because he just really try to place it in context and perspective. Because I'll say, as a woman, we have metric system as well. I don't think a sensible woman won't like anyone that have multiple baby mamas and shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I can see that. Or we may not like anyone under than 5'6" or 5'7" or something like that. So we have our own metric system. It's just that what we're constantly seeing is that unrealistic expectations, and also is that chasing a high value man, or we're constantly chasing money and not really trying to work together for relationships. The construct right now and the message that we're hearing, the narrative is, either you've been independent, working on yourself, like independence. No one's trying to work collectively together. That's why we have so many people that are single. And that's why a lot of people are opting not to have children to begin with. The family structure is breaking apart because we're having this constant message and this narrative of, you have to be a certain way to live in this luxury lifestyle or do this and do that. That don't make any sense. How are we building families when people are trying to live in this dream world that doesn't seem real?
My issue is that it comes with a high value man, just comes no different than a super bad broad. Super bad broad, she has her list of demands. If the guy ain't feeling for it, she goes on to the next. She knows she has options. But a high value man is now, he's the super bad broad of guys. He knows there's less of him and he has more options. So he has a certain requirement. If you don't meet it, that's it. Also, he's telling you, if you want said high valued man, what you got to do. It may not seem now, these women that have their own money, this, that, and a third, that's all fine and dandy. That don't mean nothing to a guy. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean anything to a guy. It's a sadly that we've come up. So he's trying to tell, for the most part, I don't even know why people can stand on the high value man. He's saying that the average man makes like 45. Y'all should be looking at that, and that should be championed.
Right, but that message, what you're saying is, and I do hear him saying from time to time, but what we're constantly seeing and what's going viral and why he went viral is because
he's talking to
he's talking to the culture of about this. That's all I'm saying. Like I don't think, like, he just put in perspective on, okay, maybe you should really be a little more realistic on what you're looking for.
But that's what he gets. That's what everybody is mad at him about. It's just about pulling people back down to reality and saying, hey, you got 3 kids. You got 3 different baby daddies.
Right.
Don't think that a guy is just going to come in and take those responsibilities without getting nothing in return.
Or he says, don't think a guy won't or is gonna want that. But that guys become stepdads
Not
all
just
the
any
time.
guy, but the guy
That's,
who's
that's
making 100,000 plus.
yeah.
Options.
But guys with 100,000 plus, whatnot, guys with money, the guys become stepdads all the time. So that's a
Making
far
100,000
setting
plus.
You know what I really want him, and as much as that sounds where it's like, well, don't you think if you was a you have plus a X amount of baby dads, whatever, you can't be looking for a guy, this and that. I think I really feel like I wish he would have pushed messenger to say that the quality of men is not always with the money in terms of why she had three baby daddies or what kind of brought her to those decision makings as well. Because if you're still making those type of decisions, high value whomever, it's not going to change bad decisions.
Exactly. Not only that, but I'm just
And that's what I'm saying. It's not to say I'm not bashing Kevin Samuel. It's constantly the message that's being saturated right now is us going back and forth with each other, and no one kind of realized and taking an introspection to see what is really the core of the issue. Because right now it's individualism. No one really like on the same page to see why our families are not together anymore.
We said that on this podcast for a long time. We said these
ATL,
girls acting like niggas. We've been saying
ATL,
that.
you listen to you speak right now. You have the same exact message Kevin Samuel has.
Her delivery is much more
palatable. Your delivery might be different. It's the exact same. It's the exact same message.
I know you did not just call me Kevin Samuels.
I think you need to be the new Kevin Samuels. Pick out a fragrance, set the mood, and you could be your thing is much more palatable.
It's because you're saying exactly what he says. You're just saying it different,
and that matters
in a woman's perspective. But you're saying exactly what he says. So, and you're saying the message is wrong, but your message is exact same as his.
But who is he really reaching?
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Every generation, every social culture has a shift. Like we're seeing consequences from Kim Kardashian reality TV show. We're now seeing the consequences on the younger kids of what is happening now. 13 years old looking like they're 25 and 30 because of Kylie Jenner and other effects, right?
Kim keeps a husband though, so y'all can't blame Kim.
Right. So I'm not blaming her. I'm just bringing up as an example on reality TV and what we have seen on the like beautified of how things should appear optics, right? What I'm saying is that how long are we going to constantly see and or hear this oversaturated narrative that we have to be built, or do these things to attract a man or to get a certain type of woman, but not really build families that we ultimately want? Why is being single? What I'm saying is that being single and being independent is more of a narrative than it is to have a family. That's what it is now. Right. So that's generations to come and consequences to come because we're constantly hearing it. So his delivery, what Kevin Sam is doing that we're not realizing is that the delivery is really affecting the message simply because we're saying that fuck other men as a woman. This is what I'm saying is fuck other men who not making six figures, who don't have these resources. Forget everybody else. I'm trying to track that. And the men who are having these resources, who are not making six figures, they're trying to chase fast money that they're going to lose and attract women who don't want them to begin with. That's the culture we're gonna that's the consequence we're gonna see from generations for the next 10 year or 15 years if we're constantly delivering this message to these young people.
But who's delivering this message? This message is coming from other women though, about be independent, you don't need no man, you don't go instead of worrying about being in a relationship, focus on you. Have fun, go travel, do all this. This is coming from other women.
This is an addition. So that's more of in addition of what we're hearing as well. So that's one part of it. This is not solely on Kevin Sam. I'm just talking about on a social construct, how everything is moving right now. The independence and however, right?
Yeah, but that comes from other women. That doesn't come from men.
That's more on a societal level. That's not even other men in anything. That's more on societal level.
Okay, ATL, how many men have ever told you you don't need a man?
when you're growing up, when you're growing
Other
up,
than your brothers, your uncles, and your father, how many men have told you you don't need a man?
no man had told me I don't need a man, and not in that
So
way.
that message and that narrative is created by other women, and it's usually single women that tell you you don't need a man.
Is it really created by other women, or that's mainly the construct of like how everything was placed?
Yeah, well,
That
I've
you
never.
have government policies placed it that way. Your education is placed that way. It's placed everywhere where men wasn't really as present that we see.
Repeat
I could
that.
say I don't know. I said there's a system in place that causes it because it affects white women too. This is modern day. All it is black women becoming white women in a sense, as far as becoming women, Americanized women in a sense. So the modern woman, he says the modern woman, he means the modern Americanized woman because they're not talking about the women from the islands.
Yeah, we're only talking about American women because
exactly.
we're not in other countries. We can't speak on those women.
But I'm talking about the other ones that come from other countries that come here. If they're not Americanized, they still have their old cultures. They still be what's saying. So it's an Americanized thing where they, America has become so get your money, all man for itself. It's become like that even for the sexes. And I felt like in the long run, what you said on this podcast, I feel the more and more these women have I guess the appetite of the man, the same aspect. I was like, it's gonna benefit the guy more than it's gonna benefit the woman in the long run.
Yeah, of course.
That comes from this whole feminist movement. The feminist movement haven't helped black women.
They might not have helped white women.
ATL, do you think the feminist movement has helped black women when it comes to relationships with men?
Well, what in terms of feminism, how do you
as in stating men and women are equal?
Has it helped the black woman?
Yeah, when it comes to dating and getting married and having families.
I can't speak. I'm not going to generally speak. So I would say this. In terms of the feminist movement, how they perceive and how they navigate their own space of doing career shifts, having more opportunities, I'll say that it has helped black women because now we're more in lead of taking on more responsibilities, higher education. But now I think that it's becoming slightly toxic because we have a different tier of feminist women who feel as though that raising a family could be done without a man. And that goes with the space of how can we place our black men back in our families.
And you don't think Mr. the Godfather is trying to do that?
How?
By putting the black man back at the so putting the black man back at the head of the household, do you think that's wrong? Or
no, I don't think that's wrong. That's what we absolutely need, but we don't hear that much of that message from him.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. No, we don't. What's going viral though, Juno?
Yeah, I understand what's going viral and listening to a broadcast or listen to a whole show of his.
Right.
His message, what I'm getting is because I'm not in the game, so I don't have nothing to lose in the game of people getting together and stuff like that.
Right.
So I can objectively listen to the message. It doesn't affect me neither way. So what I'm getting from him is that we're trying to reel these women back down to reality, to where you're not dismissing 80% of the men that you come across because they don't make $100,000 a year. And we need to get back to where it's just building with people. That's why he pushes for younger women to get it right.
I see what you're saying, but it's the opposite. Whatever his intentions is, it's the opposite, because from the lives I have seen with younger women who are calling and say, I want a man that makes such and such amount and blah, blah, blah. And he's put them in their place and creating a context for them to understand, like, hey, he may not be checking for you. You need to look for this and that. So as a young woman, as a young girl, 23, 24-year-old, like, who is this man to tell me I can't get blah, blah, blah? Fuck these other guys. I want, this man that makes this and that. That's what I want. a lot of people may not see it from our end sensibly, right? May not see it from our end to say that, well, check out these other guys who may be good for you, may not make that much, but you guys can work together to get to that point. I don't think it's like that. What we're seeing constantly is him dismissing women to say that, okay, these high value men ain't checking for you, check for this. If someone telling me someone ain't checking for me, I'm not listening to you. I'm still saying this is what I want. This is what I'm getting when I'm hearing these lies when it comes to these young women or even women in general. I don't think it's resonating with them to say that, you know, well, maybe I should look into this and that. No, it's all I think it's just feeding into the narrative to say that forget what he's saying. I'm still gonna look for my preference of a high value 6-figure man. That's what I think is happening.
Yeah,
do you
but,
think
but let's look at this though. Like, okay, for women, I mean, women are not the hunter; they're not the one going after the man.
Right.
So they're got to be the best version of themselves to actually attract the man.
Right.
Make the men come their way. So if you're not like in a position to attract a man, if you're not like fit, you don't have a good feminine energy, and what else? You don't have a you're not attractive.
Appearance, right?
Most likely, he's not coming towards you. So you can want what you want. He's not saying not wanting not what you want. You can want what you want, but the reality is, the market is gonna, you know, it's gonna be the market. You know.
But I think it just constantly is dismissing. Like, I know he's trying to advocate for average men who are not making such and such salary, but I think it's feeding into the narrative that this is the high tier man. You don't fit those qualities. You can't have this man. But I think some women, not all, some women are still checking for these high value men, even though they're placing context to say that you don't meet the standards. However, I think they're still going to try to reach for that preference, even though it don't stand for their standard. But I think that's what's happening. I don't think he's trying to, but I think he's still dismissing the average man for women to look into.
That's called a reality. That's a reality check, ATL.
No, here's my issue.
I know I understand, and I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think ultimately it's not the message is not getting out to what really needs to resonate with some people.
Is it because women aren't listening?
That's got to be it.
Okay, here's what I mean. Here's my issue. Here's my issue with what he's saying, because I feel the message isn't getting to who he needs to get to. Because, like you said, you have 4 married guys in here watching the show. Clearly, we're not even as basic.
It's 3 married guys.
3 married guys. The number 4. We're not even the base who he's supposed to be trying to reach out to.
Right.
You get it? So,
actually, he talks about having side pieces, and it's okay. So,
where's your wife? You know, so I can message her.
Don't speak too early. You know, it's like when I say, let the pastor speak. Let the pastor. He's cooking. So I feel like that that's one that you get a lot of people that are married or couples are like it's not his demographic. The people that needs to get to it, he's not getting to the right folks. And the single woman that need to hear his message, his delivery isn't good enough to get to them. And what you have, I do feel there's a whole bunch, and no one still isn't addressing the fact of all the beta males that are championing him and watching the show. There's a lot of them out there. He's not doing anything to turn them away.
Well, he already talked to him in the previous 3 years.
Nah, these women haters, he never addressed women haters, which is a major issue. Just like there's man haters, women never address man haters. That's an issue of the women's things, which needs to be addressed. This whole hating the opposite sex is some weirdo shit. But he got a lot of them that follow him. He needs to set that straight since he has so much of them that follow him.
Quick question: Are you back on the market, ATL?
Yeah, I'm back on the market.
So what are you looking for?
I value, man. That's what you're gonna say.
What are you looking for?
Just a guy that treat me right. That's it.
So it doesn't matter if he's under.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Dress size?
I hate you. I hate you.
Is that short? That's not short. That's decent height, right? That's regular.
Oh, that's
tall.
She's above average woman height.
That's
okay.
tough. Yeah.
But we can't see her right now, so we don't.
Well, you
we
called
can't-
the bonnet already. We called the bonnet.
You're about to pull the scale.
yeah,
I
we
have the
about-
bonnet on. I have braids in my hair, so I definitely have my bonnet on. So
Listen,
whatever.
here's the issue. Even when I say ATL, I always say that. So the issue is the more these women level up, and ATL
She didn't
level
answer
up
the
a
question.
lot.
What? Okay, she said Jessica got to treat her nice, but
I don't know how true that is.
I'm
That
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to rebuke that.
No, okay. I'll say this. I will. I seek men who are secure with themselves.
Even if they make less than you.
Who are even if they make less than me, that's totally fine. At least you got a job.
What's the lowest
I
you'll go
respect that.
when it comes to income?
I'm not gonna put a number in. Are you comfortable with your income? Is the question.
Can you keep up?
Yeah, he might be comfortable with his income, but are you gonna be comfortable with his income and treat him like a man and respect him like a man if his income is way lower than yours?
At the end of the day, we're covering expenses, if you're okay covering, X amount of expenses and however we split, the bills and however, and that's fine with me because my ego won't be, shaken because of income or so. Not is your ego going to be,
Yeah,
like
some men can't handle that if a woman makes more than them and
right.
stuff
That's
like
that's why I
that.
say security, being secure with himself. But also there's a point where a man is of age or however age he is, he takes stock in his life and what he has done, right? So if he's at a certain place in his life where he wants certain things, or the same things that I want, like a family and children and whatnot, then we're Gucci, we're fine, and we're building to that. But if he's insecure about certain things in his life or not being a certain place, then that's something you need to work out with. I cannot help you with that because that's a certain thing that every person, man and woman, need to kind of figure out that for themselves. You don't need to be in a relationship.
All right, so at your age, do you feel you can still build with a man, or does he already have to have stuff to come to the table? Because you're in the danger zone.
That's what Kim you said. I'm in the danger zone. I'm definitely in the danger zone, right?
You're in the age between 27 and 34, 35.
Yeah,
So you're considered in his danger zone.
right.
So is it harder for you dating right now, or was it easier, or was it is it easier for you dating when you're 22?
I'll say right now is difficult because um for most times, and this is my experience, I can only speak for my experience, is that the men that I'm encountering, they are just not at that point of where they want to settle down, or they may not want more children or any children at all.
Are you dating?
So
Are you like dating people your age or older?
older.
Okay.
I'm dating people older. I don't attract younger guys, and that's something I'm just not into, younger men. Because I mean, I understand it. I was 24, 25. I'm not looking to settle down at that age. So it's just like, let them be. And I'm not.
How about guys your age?
Yeah, even guys my age, is some guys just are still ready to just continue playing around. So
That's the
What's
issue with
that's
another
the issue with dating older when you're a little older,
what you mean?
because it's a lot easier building with somebody when you're both
Younger?
22
You gotta
Yeah.
grow with the guy's bullshit.
and
That's
yeah
all it is.
both
You gotta you gotta go
and
through
you
his bullshit.
both don't have anything, so
Yeah.
it's easier to build with that person. But once you have your own house, like you, once you done finish school, once you accomplish so much,
You're gonna have
it's
to be
hard.
cool with being with
It's
a
hard to
stepdad.
build. Like, say for instance, if you're a homeowner, if you find a man now, right, and he doesn't own a home, he's not gonna want to move into your house,
Well,
nor should
that's more his ego.
he want to move into your house.
Hmm.
Why would a man move into your house where you're gonna be in complete control because it's your house?
He'd have his own stuff. They have their own stuff that she want to sell. They could sell, and
So
Okay, this is a thing, and this is almost where along the line. I'm not gonna get too deep, but a
let's
preacher.
get deep. We got all night. What time you work tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be here all night. I gotta go to work in the morning. I have to be in the office tomorrow.
There go the problem.
Man.
If a guy dated me, he only sees my home as my home, then that's a problem in itself. Because if we're in a relationship, because my goal is actually not to even stay in this home the next 3 years. I want to rent this out and purchase a bigger home, right? That's always been my plan. But if he thinks that it's solely my home, then maybe we're just not aligned, or he won't be a lone partner for me, because I need to be with someone who, when we're together, we end up getting married, whatever, like, this is ours. This is the asset that we both bring to the table. If he have a home, or if he don't have a home, maybe he have more investment money than I have liquid money, however it may be. But if he knows that it's ours together and we're building on that, then that's the type of person I'm trying to be with. I don't need a man who's insecure about his ego because he didn't get a home before me, or he didn't finish school, or however he may feel insecure about his career or his life choices. I don't need that. If that's something that you need to figure out for yourself, then that's something you need to do on your own. You don't need to be with me where I'm continue moving. I can't stop for someone who's unsure about where they are in their life.
But do you think that's realistic for him to think that your home is his home?
I think if we're in a committed relationship and we're discussing marriage, or you propose, or however it is a serious commitment, then yes, because we're having multiple conversations. This is not just a 1-2 conversation. These are conversations that we're constantly having.
One last question.
It's not gonna work like that. Like if you find a guy that wants to be with you, you're gonna end up having to either buy a house with him or sell.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that won't happen. I'm not selling
a guy that's gonna love you and move into your house. It's very unrealistic on him.
You're not cool. You're not cool.
That's not unrealistic. I think that's reasonable.
If cool putting your thing on the market, or putting your thing on out for rent while y'all go buy stuff together. Or?
Exactly, that's the plan. I never said anything of that. That was my plan, with or without being with anyone, is to rent it out and buy a bigger home for myself, or build a forever home for myself. So that's always been the plan.
You keep saying myself.
Yeah, when y'all get married, it's gonna be half his house anyways.
Exactly. So, but I think Juno saying it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic that he won't move in to my place, and I won't ask him to move in. It's either or. If you want me to move in your place, that's fine too. Like I never said it's all or nothing. I never said in that. I said, are you secure with yourself and where you are in your life to accept the fact that your spouse may have a home before you.
Ooh, I got a good one. Let's say it's not secure because the pickings are slim.
It is.
The pickings are slim. Let's say it's not secure. Are you willing to fall back and be like, he's not secure. I gotta play ball and let him at least think I did this. Are you willing to play ball? He's like stuck in the way, so this guy gotta be secure. Because that might be a thing. Maybe he's not secure. Society's beating him up, telling him he's gotta be a man. He's gotta provide. Here you come with all your stuff already done. Are you willing to play it down?
No.
You ain't got it all.
No.
Oh, see, you ready to take on this independence to you, the cat lady?
But I think that's unfair to me. Why I can't be myself?
It's unfair.
That's unfair to me. Like, are you gonna recommend? Are you gonna advise your daughter? You got like 2 or 3 daughters, right?
I got 2 daughters.
Right. Are you gonna advise your daughter because she's moving how she's moving, where you taught her how to move and thrive in this world, and just to dim her light because a man can't figure out how he should operate in this world?
I want her to find happiness at the end of the day, but I don't need it to be at the cost of ego. You got to swallow your pride.
I don't think that's a cost. That's not fair. I don't think at a cost. If you've been single for the last 10, 15 years, and that's most young men our age, right? Because we're like in 30s, mid 30s, whatever, early 30s, and single, and you have nothing, and you have nothing to show for. And now you want to tell me that I need to dim my light because I put the work for myself?
When you put in the work, you may not let him know about such things. As I'm telling you, you ain't got to let it be on Front Street. You ain't gotta let him know he's a boss. Let him think he's dealing with a worker. And
You know what? No. To feed his ego? To feed his ego?
Listen, man.
That's what you're gonna have to do for your husband.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not fair, but sometimes you gotta play. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna you gotta trick you. Like they say, all is fair in love and war.
All is fair in love and war.
Sometimes you gotta play not by the rules so you can lure him in, and now you got him. But don't be worried about I gotta keep it all real. That real shit's for the movies. You gotta all is fair in love and war. So that means you gotta play yourself like you dainty and need help. Let that nigga come in, and then he realized, oh shit, she's a boss. She can do by herself once she got him. But don't scare him away on that. Now I'm a boss full time, and it undermines him because he knows he ain't a boss yet. Clearly, just by your standards, he's not a boss because he ain't even got what you got.
Again, that's a type that I'm not trying to.
But you know what comes with dealing with bosses, though.
Yeah, you tell me all the time. You remind me this all the time, Nate. You text me this all the time. Yes, I understand.
But you know what comes to a boss. So the average guy, you might have ego for it. Life just beat him down. You might need to play yourself down a little bit from him. Don't let him know you're a boss. And then once you got him, be like, oh yeah, I got this in order too. He might be a wow. Hopefully it don't turn him away. You know what I'm saying? But that's one way of looking at it. I don't see I'm not saying not to say you don't have the property or anything like that, but maybe don't bring that up as right away. You know what I'm saying?
Here's another thing that I see women have an issue with that triggers women.
Right.
The word submissive or cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're submissive?
I think I'm submissive. I never that word never been a trigger for me, or cooperative. I'm very cooperative.
Well, she's an island. The Islanders, it's not really that far. You know what I'm saying? If you're an Islander and
she's not really an Islander. She's an American modern woman.
I'm pretty Americanized, but I feel like
your parents are from the Caribbean. Your first generation.
I feel like I'm cooperative and I can be submissive, but the thing is, like, you have to show me that your decisions and how you lead is something that I can put in faith and to follow. That's all it is. I've been moving the way I move, and it got great results. So I'm looking at this partner or this man who is leading, who may be unsure, going back to the uncertainty, who may be unsure how to lead, that I don't trust that. Give me something to follow.
Are you cool with leading a man then?
But I want to ask, what comes to mind?
Is he cool? Is he okay for me to lead?
I don't know if he's cool. You might need to use your manipulation, whatever it is, but there's some women that lead the relationships. It's not a common, but there's some women that here that they call the shots on their thing. And sometimes
I'm honest. I'm honest. If he feel like, you know what,
those relationships don't work.
I'm honest. He feel like he can't lead.
Some guys might get stepped on. It works, but there's yin and yang in a relationship. Not everyone can be the boss, and sometimes the boss is
right. And I think you need to find your strength and weaknesses in certain things. That's all it is. And however your relationship work is how it works. Like I don't even know what's up, but Nate tell me all the time I'm a boss. I have no idea what that means, but I'm just out here trying to be a good person, I guess. I don't know. But it's in the matter of how a man perceived me, but how he looked at himself in place in my life. So if he feels as though he has no place, then that's more of an insecurity with himself. Because I feel like I'm open.
Do you think you need a man in life?
I can't speak other women. I need a man. I definitely need a man.
What do you need a man for?
I will love a family one day, and I want a long-term partnership in a husband.
Those are all the great answers. That's what I like to hear. But are you cool with that dude being a step? Are you cool with being a stepmother if that guy already has kids and has an ex-wife or anything? Are you cool with that?
I'm only cool with it if the extended relationships are copacetic. Like I can't get into something that's like drama filled, like because I'm looking at this and I'm more realistic. That's why I understand with Kevin Samuel, his whole odds and metrics, whatever. I'm more realistic. The older I get, the odds are I'll meet more men who has children. Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the dating pool. And I'm not trying to exclude anyone at this point. Right, that's the dating pool. But my thing is, I'm not entering a situation that that's not healthy. Number one, because if we decide to have an additional 1 or 2 kids, that's more children extending to the relationship. So if that mother or if the additional children can't be together and cohabitating and co-parenting, then it may not work, because I want to look at those kids as separate. They're part of my family too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of their raising as well. So I won't look at it. So it really depends on the relationship. I'm open to dating men with kids.
See,
You know what?
I give single women the same advice I give single men.
What?
Don't fuck with a nigga that got 3 baby mamas and 3 kids or 2 kids.
Nah.
Yeah, three so much. But what if it's 1 baby mom?
I be telling chicks, look, if that nigga has a kid, you're gonna come in second place all the time. So if you're willing to be second in his life for the rest of your life, then okay, if you can handle that. But a lot of women don't want to come in second place.
Well, they can't. They don't have their head around it yet because they haven't had children themselves.
Right. So if you're single with no kids out here, it's difficult dating somebody with kids, because you have to understand that you're gonna come in second place every time, no matter what. That kid is gonna come first.
Right, absolutely, and I definitely understand that. I like, who am I to come in and say that I need to take over your life when you've been raising your own kid, you know, for X amount of year, or co-parenting with your ex for X amount of year. You guys have this thing going on, so who am I to come in? I'm very reasonable and I understand, but again, it has to be something healthy, and everyone is on the same page. Like I'm not trying to come into no drama feel or any jealousy, or one child is treated differently than someone else. Like I don't do that.
Listen, I got siblings. I got sisters same way. Got her house, got her thing in order. This other. I just feel the more they're doing right by themselves, like I said, they're doing good by it. They're doing that stuff. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They go to school. They're achieving. They're, you know what I'm saying, they're clinching down in life. The pool becomes slimmer and slimmer. And I be trying to kick game, be like, hey man, I don't know if you want to find your doctor, go to it's almost like after you graduate, the pickings become even more slim.
More slim.
Where are you gonna find these people unless it's the workplace? And a lot of people at work your age are already taken, or then on it. It's a wild thing to navigate. And that's why I'd be like, hey man, you might have to go outside your race, whatever it's saying, because at the end of the day, if it's my sister, I want to just find happiness. Though I like be damn with this, unless you're cool with just a regular dude, which I've seen happen as
ATL,
well.
what's your requirements for a man to date you?
Are you guys trying to put it?
No, real shit. I know, like, you might say guy that just treats you well, but you're not gonna fuck with a guy that's 300 pounds, 5'2", and treats you well, because that guy will treat you well. But you have a certain standard. What is your standard?
She might like big dudes, for all you know.
I'm talking.
Nah, that one big dude, that was it. I told you I was done.
That big dude balling now, though. You see, hope you know.
He's happy. He's happy. We keep in contact. He's happy. I'm happy for him.
If we talk about the same
thing, got another one.
Got another one, yeah. My boy's doing great now, just so you know.
I'm good on that. Just someone secure with themselves. Healthy weight.
That's okay. What's healthy weight to you?
So my height requirement at least 5'9" or higher, or taller.
I don't even understand why women have height requirements. What are the benefits of being? I'm tall, but what are the benefits of being tall?
It's the thing. It's
your
about
children our odds are they'll be tall.
But there's not.
I think the height thing with women, it comes with a level of protection.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man,
if I'm bigger than you, if as a woman, if the woman is bigger than her man, she probably not gonna feel like this man can protect me.
That's true, but we know for sure short niggas be acting up.
I mean, and I have dated short dudes. I have dated short dudes, but they're stocky. They were really stocky.
Yeah, they're the main ones to overcompensate. The short niggas really be acting that. You know that. So that's why I don't get the women just, he's short, it's off limit. I thought that's so odd.
No, so 5'9". What else?
5'9" or higher. I mean, taller.
5'9" or taller.
Secure in their career. Like they're okay at what they at or want something better.
Okay, so if a guy is secure and working at Walmart for $11.89.
Why y'all trying to make these like extreme?
It's not extreme. It's not extreme because
extreme.
no, it's not because there's guys that are comfortable with what they have, which is working at Walmart, making $11 an hour. They're not trying to
go for produce manager.
They're not trying to advance. They're not trying to make more money. They're comfortable at making $37,000 a year.
That's a little light.
He might be comfortable in his career. Are you accepting that though, ATL? You're not. I can tell you're not.
So you want me to be more specific, you know?
Yes, because you have a standard. You have a standard. You're not looking at the guy. What's the last store you've been to?
What you mean last store?
Like,
I think I was at Target.
All right. What was the name of the guy bringing up your groceries?
It was self-checkout.
She don't even want to talk to the bag bitch.
Exactly. All those good men that are securing their Target jobs, ringing up groceries. You don't want to holler at them.
I can't stand you guys. I can't stand you guys. I can't stand you guys
So
at all.
You do need a guy at a certain level, ATL. It's not just if he's comfortable, if he's
No, I think I don't know, man. I think you guys.
You're not dating a high school dropout.
Nah, probably not.
You're not dating a high school graduate.
I'm not dating a high school graduate.
No, if
I have dated high school graduates.
Were you still in high school?
No.
Listen, here's another thing that they don't say.
You have standards. You just don't want to say your standards. It's okay.
I mean, I feel that
I look at quality than anything too. Like I think people just really, I don't know why they think because the home and everything else and accomplishments I'm looking for a standard. It's really about the quality because I look at would this be a good husband? I look at would it be a good father? So money does play a role into that. So most times when they're trying to strive or trying to be in a better place, then I can work with that with someone who don't have any ambition at all. That's what I'm saying. So quality is really important to me. I want to be with a man who make a good father and husband for me.
Okay, so do you think a good husband comes from a guy that just works in a warehouse?
Maybe.
Plenty of good niggas in warehouses, bro.
Maybe.
I'm talking about the guy that's at the warehouse just stocking the shelf, running that forklift.
They pay good at warehouses.
I was just gonna say that forklifts, they're certified. They do pay good. I researched it.
He gonna pull $22 an hour.
That's your average man. That's a $45K a year.
Yeah. Making $20 is $42,000 a year.
Yeah.
Next year he get a raise. You know?
ATL is $42,000 a year good enough for you?
That's good enough for me. Is he okay? Is he okay for his?
You, right?
And that's your take. That's your take.
When's the last time you dated a guy that was making average money?
My last relationship.
Why didn't that work out?
I don't want to get too deep. We just wasn't seeing eye to eye. And it wasn't because of that. It was just a lot of things we weren't seeing eye to eye anymore.
Who left the relationship?
It was amicable.
There's never amicable. Niggas don't leave. Niggas don't leave.
She said, let's go to Ruth Chris. He said, that's it.
I hate you guys.
ATL, you know niggas don't leave.
That's true. I didn't realize that.
Niggas don't leave.
Yeah, man.
Especially if I got a boss one like you, right? Niggas don't leave. Why would I leave a boss one?
You guys are funny.
Yeah.
So you left your last relationship. You know that, right?
I said the same thing happened with my sister. They leave the dude for he's not too much ambition. This, that, and there. It's a conundrum because then I have like other sisters I do who's more, let's say, successful, but if their peers doesn't match them, you can feel they get. I don't know. It's a crazy thing, man. It's kind of you get a point in your life where they be like, I don't know if you feel stagnant. Ambition does play a role a lot, though. Your job shouldn't limit the way you're about to go. You should always be striving.
Right.
That's how
Right.
we think as us three. That's how us
It's
three
men,
men
yeah,
might think.
Yeah.
But the average dude is pretty much good with what he does. And
That's what society does to you, though. That's what sucks, because the longer he's older and he's working, after a while, he becomes stagnant. The average dude does become, I just work, this is just it. It doesn't stop. That's most people, though.
yeah, that's most people. And that's what Kevin is trying to tell y'all.
Going back to Kevin.
Most people are most people. That's just
Right.
what it is. You're gonna get what you get.
Yeah.
And dismissing 80% of the population, especially if you want to date black, if you want to date in your race,
Right.
is you can't dismiss the average person
Right.
looking for the high value guy or high value man. You can't dismiss the other people, because if you're 23 and you're dismissing the person that makes $40,000 a year and is your age,
Mhm.
what does that do to the dude that is your age?
Right.
He's no longer going to be checking for women anymore, because I'm your age. We're 24 and I'm making $30,000 a year, whatever, and I can't holler at nobody because all these chicks want is guys making $100,000 a
Well, it
year.
works for the guy, because the guy can always go younger.
Yeah, but you're talking about a 23-year-old guy, but he's gonna go younger to 17. That's illegal.
No, what I'm saying, he might. That's true. I mean, he might catch 18, 19. He might not catch someone his own age.
With this culture, these chicks don't even want that because they're on this city girl shit. This shit is like this whole being equal, being just like men. We're gonna do exactly what men do. All it does is fuck up women. It doesn't fuck up the men.
I said that before. I said the men are winning. At the end, because men probably ain't have no reason to get married to begin with. They winning this, that, and third. They cool with the whole one night stand, keep it moving, no feelings attached. They're not gonna end up harmed at the end of this.
I think it hurts both sexes, especially men and women. So
Men just want sex.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying, it hurts both. Even if they don't catch it until later down the years. I think most of us, most of the generation are stuck in this arrested development, where the luxury lifestyle is being saturated again, to want this high value man, to want this city girl life, to want this hashtag relationship goal, that the guy that looks good on the picture and not really in reality, you know, how the relationship is really compromise of. I don't think that we are seeking real true value in love and relationship and family. We're seeking this alternative, you know, this life of and that's what's being pushed out constantly. Not to say there are not people and brands out there that really trying to get us back to the value system. Is what we're constantly seeing and what's being taken in all the time. And that's for men and women.
The reason it benefits a man could be 60 years old and still have a kid. He's 7 years old. He don't mind.
That's that was my exact same point.
How long he gonna live?
It doesn't matter.
He just
it doesn't matter, because I can have a biological family at the age of 70. I can start a new biological family at the age of 70.
At 90, it don't matter.
If your children gonna be healthy, we don't state the health of the child, as well as the chances of you even, you know, finding someone who wanted to have kids with you at 60, 70.
Listen, 60-year-old guys, Haitian guy, word up to Haitian men, they still dropping chicks at 50. They go to Haiti, they're doing it all the time. They find a young mommy. It's not a non-thing. They do it all the time. It's not like it's not a thing. A guy can say, and for all you know, some of these guys, that's when they become a good dad. They done got all that trash shit out the way. Now you got a little baby brother who's getting all the attention you wanted when you're younger. You know what I'm saying? That it happens like that. So as the guy, the spectrum doesn't swing. It doesn't hurt the guy at the end of the day that much, because the guy been a provider. He's accustomed to paying for
right. I see that.
The woman, is she cool with that independence, that providing for herself, going forward for forever with no one there?
Yeah, the trade-off. the trade-off of that. But the thing, I think the thing is that we're placing independence as this toxic thing, like, because men are independent just as much as women are. I think the theme of independence for men are just, when a man who have his own place and has a job, and a woman who has his job in his own her own place, what's the difference? They're both independent. I think independent just means you're an adult.
It's how you worded it. You put it like women were independent first.
No.
Men are just as independent as women.
Right. Both sexes are independent. I think when we place the toxic narrative of a woman being independent, like something is wrong with being independent, it's just you taking care of yourself. Just like a man who is an adult taking care of himself. So you're saying at 35, 36, you're still staying at home with your mom, or you have a roommate, or, you're paying bills. That's what you're supposed to do when you're independent.
Here's what Kevin Samuel doesn't say. The things are bleak. The fact that there's plenty of women that are taking care of themselves and doing great. There's not that many men that are taking care of themselves and doing great. So the things aren't in your favor. Not compared to women. I'm talking about not compared to women.
No.
I don't know how
over like 50% of black men are in the middle class and are single.
What does that even mean? Are they out earning their women?
64%.
Are they out earning their women?
Or even higher.
Are they out earning their women?
They don't have no women because modern day women like ATL won't marry them.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just saying. I'm making my thing is that they're not. I'm saying there's a majority. The pickings become slimmer for the women. It's not in their favor. They might meet what's name, and a lot, like you said.
What are they picking? They're not picking the guy making 40, 50. Hell, not even.
I mean, another thing he doesn't say is those women that the high value men want. The women, let's say they do have the women that's the house mom that looks this, that, and the third. They also have options. They don't have to date black themselves. He never gives them. He never explains that they have the power as well. The dime piece has the power as well. That's why she's able to trap the high valued man. That's why you can get the gold digger comes around and could get a white guy, a Spanish guy. He never tells you that the power also swings with her as well when she becomes all those things that she strives for. The high value.
He does. See, you don't listen to his content.
Listen, I shouldn't have to go through your whole. This is not a Bible. I shouldn't have to break through. I shouldn't have to break through all sermons to know every verse.
But you can't speak. You can't speak for someone if you haven't heard everything they said.
That's not true.
Or
that makes no sense. You think everyone that speaks against Hitler, that speaks against anyone, you think they listen to the whole catalog? I'm doing what they're known for. I'm using a generalization like he's using a generalization. What he's gone viral for. I don't see him saying the woman that looks like Beyonce, the 10 plus, they can get the Spanish guy, the white guy, this, that, and the third. He just saying get the high value man and what comes with that being with the high value man. That's it. He don't let them know there's any power in their hand.
Here's another thing he doesn't discuss is how do you want to be with a black dude, ATL?
Yeah, preferably.
No,
so if every black woman found her a black dude, right? That's gonna leave 2/3 of the black women single.
Right.
Would you be willing to share a dude?
No, I just hit up one of these Asian men.
If he's high value, you're gonna have to share him too. Because if he meets your standards, your boss lady standards, he's gonna have options too. You're gonna have to share him too.
Most Asian men are cooperative, anyways.
Look at this. Now the men are the ones that have to be cooperative. You see this?
You've been a boss for too long. I tell you, the longer you're a boss, the less likely you are to relinquish the power. That's how it goes.
You think I don't want to relinquish my power? Like, I'm tired. I want to be a stay-at-home mom if I can. Shit, I'm tired.
What's the queen they have in UK? Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
If she were to advocate her crown right now, her son would become king. This dude is like 70 plus years old, still being called a prince. And by the time he becomes king, he's gonna be an old frail man because she refused to give up that power. You see, she ain't got no husband no more. She could just step down, advocate her position, her son, but she refused. She only knows one thing. She's been a boss so long. She's the world's longest running monarch.
Hey.
She could easily step down now and give her son a chance to grasp the power.
She can hold it to the end. Like,
That's what she plans on doing. Clearly, she's not gonna give up that title. And when her son finally becomes a king, he's gonna be only a king in name only because he's gonna be an old man, old senile, don't really know much anyways. So you see, she's been a boss for too long. She ain't even giving it to her son.
ATL, you're gonna have to find you an average man and be good with it.
No, I'm not saying that. You can find a boss, man. You can find a boss.
but one thing I want to ask
I don't even know what a boss is.
Just don't overlook the average dude. That's all. You can find.
I don't overlook average dudes. Huh? What you said, Greg?
How hard is it to find a guy that's making 50 or 60?
It's not hard at all.
Really? So what's the problem? So
that want
Why are
to
you
marry and
still
all that
single?
stuff.
We
That's
need you to
another
be
thing we never
married.
speak on. We don't speak on that. A lot of
We
black
have
men ain't
4
about that
married
marriage
people
life.
on the pod.
A lot of black men ain't about that marriage life.
That's not true.
Not out the gate. I'm not. If you factor in the non-10-year plan, or saying these girls want to be quicker than that. And the older you get, we still don't reset the time. You're saying you find us older, you still on the 10-year plan. Ain't our fault you caught us at 45.
ATL, have you ever been engaged?
Yeah, I was.
Why didn't you get married?
He's a narcissistic asshole.
There we go.
He's a cheater too. Why wouldn't I be with someone who cheat on me?
But did he cheat before you got the ring?
Yeah.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
So you accepted the ring?
You know, I was young and dumb. Young and dumb, and
we're not taking the young and dumb stuff no more.
I mean, that's really what it was. That's really what it was. I didn't want to accept less than what I was worth. So
was he a high value guy?
No.
Is he married now?
I think so. Yeah.
Look at that.
So you just left your husband, gave your husband away to another chick.
She can have him. She can have him, but he's still cheating. She can have him. Still miss disrespecting her. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, that's
okay. So
it's just difficult when you're dating, when you're out there. It's just difficult when you're dope and when you're cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just difficult to find someone sensibly enough who's willing to have the same, values and everything that you want to. A lot of people just may not be ready for that in their stage in their life, or may not be willing to, commit. It's different factors. Like it's not all the same.
When you said he cheated, right? Do you believe men and women look at having sex with another person the same?
Oh, I heard this on the last episode.
No, I'm asking you.
Of course, I don't view men see as the same. You guys just want to get something wet, but for women, it's the same. Like,
so why can't women understand that men don't view sex the same way that they do? Women don't show their loyalty the same way men show their loyalty.
Cheating is cheating,
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not cheating if he just had sex with somebody else.
That's what you're going with.
Because he literally just had sex with somebody else. Did it? Was him having sex? Did it fuck up your relationship when it comes to him doing what he's supposed to do, as in giving you attention, providing any of that? Did that?
Yeah, but the person kept cheating and disrespecting.
He just kept having sex with other people. It's not cheating, because a man cheating from a man would be me giving my resources to another woman and decreasing the resources that I'm giving you. You understand where I'm coming from?
Which is why I guess the high value man just gets to have the best of both worlds, because he got more resources to give than anyone.
Yeah.
ATL, do you understand where I'm coming from though?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It seems as though when he provided assistance, that's cheating. That's cheating.
Exactly.
Aside
like
from
if I'm a man and I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing to go change the tire, flat tire from this chick that I'm fucking, that's cheating. Because I'm giving my time and my resources up to this other woman. That would be cheating to a man. But
So what differentiate that from just being a good person? When no,
He's
no,
still
listen,
gonna be a good person to you. He's still gonna love you the same.
but he can
Me,
just continue cheating.
it's not cheating. Me having sex with another woman, right, does not mean I'm gonna love my wife any less.
This
Your
is
wife know this, right?
She knows this.
Okay.
it's just a working theory, is what he's saying.
It's not a working
It's
theory.
not
It's
a
the
working theory.
truth.
The logic is there. Yeah, it's a logical
I'm
statement.
pretty.
All right, June. I'll let you have that.
You can't let me have it. It is what it is. Men don't look at sex the same way women look at sex.
Cheating is cheating.
That's just societal norms, I guess. We don't look at it the same.
We don't. Nate, do you? If you go smash some chick you meet at the bar tonight, right?
Mhm.
Are you gonna love your wife any less?
Not at all.
Now, if your wife go have sex with some other dude,
The
she has to
betrayal,
get to a certain point,
the
and
hurt. Yeah.
she has to get to a certain point where she would have sex with this other dude. We don't have to get to that point. We just have to. The draws just have to come down.
That's it.
You feel me?
Oh man.
That's women don't understand. I don't women
I
nowadays.
think
Women
women
don't
do
really.
understand, but they just
They
not.
don't.
It's an agreement that it would
They
be
can accept it, or
they won't accept. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I'm gonna give you a pass. There's no way women can't understand. The same way that we understand women and some stuff, there's no way they just can't.
It's something that that's something that I won't take.
They just won't
That's not
accept.
true,
They
'cause
know
what-
that it's different.
Women don't have to understand men like we have to understand women.
Maybe you might be right.
Because women have guys coming at them all the time. They don't have to take that time out and study men like we have to study women.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's why women don't really understand how men think. Like a man can tell you what he wants, and women is still argue that. I'm telling you how men are because I'm a man. I know how men think. Women will still say, "Oh, there's some guys out there that this, and that." I'm telling you how men think.
That don't necessarily mean we're gonna accept it. You can say whatever you
You don't-
think. You don't have to
that's
necessarily.
That's what I'm saying. You just don't accept it. That don't mean he's lying though. That don't mean you just have to. You just have to. I don't know if it. I don't know if the
I don't think Gino's lying. That's why I let you have it. I don't think he's lying because he's telling me what it is from the context of a man in sex. I see that. I get it, but I'm not gonna accept it. I ain't gonna have my dude cheated on me. Like if
It's
you
not cheating. You have to get that cheating out of your mind. You know?
sex, whatever you call it.
Juno ain't done until you redefine it. Juno needs a new definition of the word.
Sexual intercourse.
Okay, so would you consider if I go to a massage parlor and the massage
Give you a happy ending?
asks me, do I want a happy ending, and I accept it and I pay for it, would you consider that cheating?
Correct.
Yes or no? You would consider it cheating?
That's a paid service that resulted in cheating.
Oh Lord, I paid for it.
I just said it's a paid service that resulted in cheating.
So if a chick that likes me, right, gives me a free massage, is that cheating?
Yeah.
Why would she give you why would she give you a massage?
Nigga, because she likes me.
So like, yeah.
You're acknowledging that she likes you. Do you like her?
I like her. I didn't say
You don't
I
have to
like
like
her.
her.
I'm
That's
just
the thing.
getting a
None of these
massage.
scenarios, he doesn't have to like any of the girls. That's the thing about it. That's the key thing. He don't have to like her. He don't have to like the massage therapist. He don't have to like any of these people.
but that's the thing. That's disrespectful. Why would you get a massage for someone that's not your spouse or your wife?
Because that's why massage envy continues to have business. That's why all these places that massage people can. So getting a massage is cheating. Yeah.
No, not getting a massage is cheating because they're professionals.
Okay, so if I get a prostitute, is that cheating?
They're professional.
To have sex with you? To have sex?
Yeah.
To provide a service that they provide. That's not cheating. I'm paying for it.
Right.
That's wild.
Hey, well, whatever works, in your life, and your relationship, all for it.
I'm trying to just relay the message. So,
Nah,
because I do want
we're
to
not
see,
hearing it.
I do want to see women. I want to see black women married to black men.
Odds are it's gonna get slimmer and slimmer.
It is because we're doing all this mulatto shit, and a lot of black women want to have these mulatto kids because they think their kids gonna be cute and shit.
Oh man, that's messed up. Now you can't be generalizing
I
that.
don't say that's the main reason.
No, you can't be generalizing us that way because I don't want no mulatto kid.
I'm not saying you. That's why I said there are women that want to have mulatto kids because they think their kids are gonna look better.
And that's the same thing for that's the same thing for black men who are looking for lighter skinned women. Because they want their kids to be lighter complexion. And that's the obsession with the whole, mulatto kids and mixed kids and all that crap.
See, any man goes into it wanting to worry about what his kids is gonna be like. He might be
that's some over sexual. I don't know what that is, but that's not.
Remember, we had an episode called Bubble Life because that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
was that me, Nate, and Gray are living in a bubble.
Yeah,
we don't mess with dudes that want to have kids with white women because their kids are gonna look better.
Right.
We're living in this bubble. I guess
I think ours
out of
is
the
the
game
majority.
so long.
I think ours is the majority. I don't think it's a bubble. I don't think men in general are looking to get with women because they're kids. They might.
No, there's definitely a lot of dudes that won't date black women.
Yeah, because they might have.
We don't fuck with none of those guys.
Yeah, that's true.
How many of your friends do you know that only date white women and won't date black women?
I got some that date Spanish women.
Yeah, Spanish women a lot, especially in Florida.
Not only date Spanish women. I have like a couple that's like that, but
And you look at those niggas like they tripping.
Yeah,
I don't care who they date. I don't care who they date. Your preference, But when guys are bad
with that preference shit, yo.
No, I don't care. I don't care. It's when they're saying that, I want lighter skinned kids. You know what I'm saying? I want some good hair kids and all that shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you know why I don't agree with these guys that say they don't want to date black women? It's because when they get with these Hispanics and these white women, they talk shit about black women.
No, I don't have any that do that.
Because you're not the woman. You're not the woman that they're dating. A lot of these guys that date white women and Hispanic chicks, they'll tell these Hispanic chicks and these white women that, oh, black women are this, black women are that. They just be dogging black women.
But one thing I gotta say too, like these black men that be dating the white women, a lot of times they go for like the bottom of the crop white women. I'm talking about
because
the overweight.
The cream of the crop ain't dating these black niggas.
Yeah, they're not. And and they're walking around like as if they're up on something.
But there's some black niggas that date high quality
y'all really
women and Spanish women.
Yeah, but they gotta have money.
That's why when you're high value man, the world's your oyster. You pick from all the you pick from all the trays when you're a high value man. That's how it goes.
Nigga, I need you to pick from the black tray.
You already know he's high value. He's gonna have preference. Like, I need this attitude, right? I need this or that. Now the world's his oyster, so that it's a bit different then.
Yeah.
But like you said, most black men end up with black women, anyways.
85% of black men marry black women.
Yeah.
That do get married. So
yes, there's a lot of black women that aren't getting.
Do you date outside your race, ATL?
A long time ago, but I think I'm more open now. I give it a shot.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with black men? Cut all that other shit off.
I date black men. It just
she ain't against black men, but I don't think you start limiting your options, you're gonna end up. That's I think that might be the reason.
I think I haven't dated outside my race enough to be quite honest with you. So maybe I should just open that up.
You don't need to.
Why not? Black men say outside their race all the time.
Only 15% of men that marry outside of their race. Only 15% of black men. That's not a high percentage.
Okay.
I think another ratio they don't give you is that the fact that 10% of men get like 60-70% of the women.
It's 80 to 90% of the women.
Yeah, so 10% get 80% of women. That's another ratio that he's not giving no one. That's a killer right there.
Damn.
So these average men really lose until you get that bag. That puts you on that.
Here's a question, ATL. How many sexually active men do you think there are in the world?
Sexually active men
Yeah.
in the world? I don't know. Some absurd number. But then again, like
No, it's not. It's absurd on the other spectrum.
Why? Because
yeah, but I know younger kids are not having sex as much.
but
No,
you
because
mean
it's
that
only
there's more women.
it's 20% of the men that are having sex with 90% of the women out here.
Okay.
That's what's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Like
insane
me,
number.
Nate, and Gray have a better chance of having sexual intercourse with these other women out here in this world because
The other single
they're not giving a shot to dudes that can't show that they're worth anything.
Yeah.
That's the average guy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why a lot of these guys are paid for prostitutes and stuff like that, which I don't have a problem with. It's a service.
That's it.
Get how you live.
This is true.
But at the end of the day, we all think the same as Kevin Samuels. All four of us.
Yeah, but my thing is, I feel his messaging's off. It's not reaching his people.
It's the delivery, you said.
The delivery. That delivery. That's
It's not the
how I feel.
messaging. It's the delivery.
I just honestly I just want us to be more like just as a collective. Just stop making bad decisions from the get go. Stop preventing women from making bad decisions. To obtain the whatever high value man or worthy man that they're seeking, and also for men to strive to be the best men that they can to attract the woman that they want. So working collectively and give each other grace. I think we're too hard on each other, man. We really
I
are.
don't mind the women chasing the high value men because that's what women were supposed to do back in the days. You get the biggest bag supplier you can get out there, the biggest provider. You can, but just what I'm saying, know your value as you're on that journey.
Right.
As you're on that journey, sometimes you might have to fall back and settle. However it goes, but I don't mind them going after the high value man because you're supposed to secure my needs necessary.
It's not really going after. It's just like waiting. Basically, it's waiting. Yeah.
It's not waiting. Like there's an art.
It is waiting. You're not making the approach.
There's an art to go digging.
You're not making the approach.
There is an art. You have to be accessible to those type of people.
That's why
That's really what it is.
That's why Ball Alert exists. Back in the days, women would put themselves in the same room as these guys. The women that be gold diggers that get these basketball players, these women go out their way. They make sure they're always on the scene. They see the guy they like. It's not by coincidence. They basically put themselves in the position of
Yeah.
Most people ain't going that effort, so they're not getting that result. When you try to secure an athlete, a rapper,
the fifth guy you talk to in a high value man, then you ain't getting them. That's how I see it.
We said, okay, like for example, if I want to get signed to a record label, I can't do it from my bedroom. I have to go wherever the artist.
Yeah, but if you're not getting the push by him,
it's not being a push. They know what that's what I'm saying.
It is being an approach.
I'm saying these gold niggas, he's still gonna approach you, but I'm saying once you go out there,
it's all about proximity. I think that's what Nate is just saying. It's all about proximity. If you position yourself in these places of these high value men, it doesn't have to be a rapper, whatever. This is someone just making money. Yeah. The more accessible in the proximity that you are with these people, then more likely than not, you will date someone that's making the income or have those resources that you're searching. That's all it is. Some of these women who say they want this people, their uncle don't make that sort of money, their friend don't make that sort of money, their brothers don't make that sort of money. So how you are going to position yourself to find this person that you're seeking?
You can't do it from your home.
You can't do it from your home.
That's why these rappers tend to date the same girls, isn't it? Them girls make sure they're in the mix at all times.
All the time.
It's
a job.
It's a job.
And then you gotta understand too. Okay, there's also a standard. Like, okay, from looks and fit, all that, whatever it requires.
Whatever it is, they make sure they're in the room. Sure, there's a standard. That's
at all times.
I'm saying, okay, if you look like a regular person, most likely you don't have that chance.
Oh yeah, the regular
men knows that. We know that.
A regular person may not stand the chance, but if you're around the proximity, you know what I'm saying.
But that's the standard. Like people who's regular don't know that they're regular. They don't want to accept that.
But the bad broads know they're the bad broads. There's a whole thing now. A lot of girls.
No, the bad broads ain't got no issues. They don't. It's the regular people that are having issues.
But this is the thing too. This is the thing too. I think you can't X out regular women as well because everyone is not shaped like an Instagram model, right? But the thing is, the odds are if you are a regular woman, you just got 9 to 5 or whatever, but you're in a proximity because you meet all these millionaires, whoever, just dating a producer or someone that have a 9 to 5 because they're in the proximity of all these other people that making this sort of money or resource or so, in these leadership. The chances are you're going to meet someone or at least know someone else that introduce you to someone that have that leadership or have that sort of money that you may be attracted to. Yeah, well, that's all it's been. Like if you're positioning yourself there, then most likely the odds are for you.
Well, guess who else is going to be there?
Ooh.
Another person who may be a 10.
Right. But your chances, but I understand what you're saying. It's not to knock that out, but your chances are still higher than you being regular and staying somewhere else that you have no proximity to no one else.
Exactly. And I think y'all guys are taking out the factor of when you fall for the person. That's still a factor into it. There might be the 10 there, the other person not to. You might have cool conversation. He doesn't probably run through both, but he might fall for the regular one.
Yeah, but you never know what they're looking for, really.
Yeah, you never know who you end up falling for. That still plays a role into it. Ultimate decision, you know what I'm saying?
But the big thing is, are you positioned? Are you there so they can even see you or even talk to you? That's really it. Are you in that space?
Like
in those circles.
Baller Alert used to send out texts to girls, let them know which celebrities are on which town tonight, what clubs, and the girls would go out there. That's where Baller Alert got us. Before it became a media thing, that's where it got its thing from. And girls would go out there and find all the way to be around these athletes, this and the third, until finally they got chose. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happens. That's how a lot of these basketball players, their wives all look like the same type of shape, frame, because it's a certain type of girl I always make sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, when you don't look apart, you have a lot less chance of
maybe, but that's true.
No, not maybe. It's
yeah, you're right. You don't, but you still have to be there. You still gotta. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta go to. You may not make the team, but you still gotta go try. You still gotta go try out.
Stop giving these twos and threes of hope.
I do say just stay home, don't even try. Listen, man. Oh man. Sometimes in proximity, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He ended up losing his relationship because he got his nanny knocked up. You know what I'm saying?
Another issue too, like it's the obesity issue, the weight issue too.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. How bad it was until he said 80%. I'm like, damn, 80%. So now I'm really kind of like being visualized, looking around, like, is that really true?
I don't like that. 80% of black women. What is the number for black men? How much are black men overweight? Most of Americans are.
Well, you already know women don't look at men on that fitness shit. They look at men on how much resources they have.
Yeah, but I think when he's looking at 80% overweight is because our body mass index is different.
Yeah, it's different, especially for black women.
Black women are considered overweight.
Right.
What we consider thick is considered overweight.
Yeah, but thick. A lot of there's a bunch of thick chicks out here that have a fat ass and all this shit. The bitches is overweight.
That's true, but there's plenty that aren't overweight that are thick. There's some that are thick, they're just one baby away from being fat. You know what I'm saying? There's been that. But I think him looking at statistics, it's bunched them all up together. Ain't no 80% of the women that are fat. Like, come on, man. There's a lot of
but that's not from him. He said that's coming from the
statistics. But like I tell you, the statistics aren't into our favor because even the body mass index is done by white standards.
So check this out. Check this out. If you guys look it up, like someone 5'9", my height, and being a woman body proportion and stuff, I think the average weight is like 156. And like if you guys ever see me,
what's your
weight? I'm 175.
Yeah, okay. And she's not fat.
She's not fat.
But by their index, she's fat.
Well, we can't tell if she's fat now or not because she's not on the camera.
I'm not fat. So I don't think so. I gained some weight, but I'm not fat.
That's what I'm telling you by the exactly. So you got to imagine a lot of the standards. We say that on this podcast. Another thing we said on this podcast is that medicine needs to be overhauled completely, where black folks get a big enough database, a big enough sample size, so we can have our own shit. Because all our shit is based off.
Yeah, we need our own standards. Yeah,
exactly. All our shit is based off shit, and we're not the same. Yeah. Our lifespan ain't the same. Cholesterol and same everything. We don't have a big enough sample size for us to have our own shit. which is what we need to do.
Yeah, so you gotta take some of the things with a grain of salt. So that's all I'll say
I
with
don't
that.
even think the weight issue is a problem. I think the more of the problem is just women not being cooperative.
That's one of the biggest ones. Yeah.
I, I think, I think it's with anything. Don't tell women what to do. I think that's what it is. Don't tell women what to do. I think we know we need to be healthy. We know we need to lose weight. But when you're telling us we're obese and we're not doing this, it's like, yeah, you need to lose weight. And, I mean, I'm pretty sure she knows.
What's that's the thing. What's the problem with telling someone they need to lose weight? Like I tell Nate all the time, nigga, lose that fucking gut. And he tells me the same shit, and we don't get mad about it.
You guys build that rapport.
I can tell any dude that, hey, bro, you a little too big, bro.
Yeah, but we're guys.
He's not gonna get mad about it. Women get mad about it. Like we're just telling you what needs to happen.
I mean, it's also too. It's the message. It's the delivery too. When it's concerning Black women, when we're constantly hearing, certain hairstyles, certain things our fashion can be perceived as ghetto, like all these like restrictions people place on us or beauty standards, and then you on top of our weight. So when the same body type is put on a different race, then it's sexy. When someone's showing attitude, then they're feisty. But when it comes to us as Black women, we're constantly being triggered and being pointed at and being disrespected all the time. Then you got a Black man telling us that 80% of our race is Black women are obese and overweight, like whose standards? So we're just tired of hearing it.
I don't even think that beauty's, because I look at all the women getting married nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's none of them that are abiding to this European beauty standard.
Right.
I see chicks that are natural. Those are the women I see getting married. The chicks that are natural, that don't have 6-inch fingernails, that don't have lashes all over the place.
Right.
Those are the women I see getting married. I don't see the hot girls getting married.
Well, hot girls living their best life.
So if the end goal is being married, then yes.
That's the thing about it too. I don't know if what we're teaching the women, the standards for being a wife has never changed. And the women that act like it end up getting wifed up. Simple as that. I don't know if we need to preach more of what the standards were so more can act like that. But those that don't act like it, the more that don't act like it, the guy ain't gonna worry because guys ain't in the game. Guys aren't in a rush to get married anyways. But once they catch the wifey material, they're gonna wife them up. That's all that happened. As simple as that. The hot girl can only remain hot for so long.
For so long, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every year there's a new set of competition. You got still clubbing, you still gotta it's a tedious task to keep up. You know what I'm saying? And so it just goes hand in hand. Who knows?
They want the street life. It's for the streets.
Not to mention that nowadays we have that's a whole nother issue is the fact that, like one infraction, one cheating, one this, that, one breakup, these women give you the boot quick. And I was like, you might be getting rid of your love of your life off that infraction. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's the whole thing. The whole cheating thing is a whole issue in modern society.
I gotta give Juno the props on that because these girls act like if women really believe in love or anything like that, if we believe that it's not.
Is that really love though?
But here's what I mean. Do you think love is just anything, or do you think let's say there's one person for you in the world. If you're just dismissive the next, I mean, how quick will you come around the person that's for you all over again? Let's say there's 5 people for you in the world, you know what I'm saying? But you got to scour the whole world to find them.
It really depends on what you're willing to take. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're willing to accept someone for disrespecting you or emotionally abusing you or however, I mean, that's what you're willing to live with. But you're constantly dismissing guys on like.
I'm not. Listen, there's definitely a way to go about doing everything, but it just the whole Cardi B thing. Remember when her husband tried to win her back, and they're calling them toxic. And like I said, all's fair in love and war. I was like, he's supposed to try to get her.
I mean, that's a way to do it. You're not interrupting her paid performance, trying to win her back.
All's fair in love and war, and he got her back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, oh, I should have did it the right way. I did it the right way. I was single.
There's no convenient time for love.
Exactly.
I guess
She's performing. I can't go show my love.
Let me share what
Fuck your
convenient
performance,
is.
because niggas don't really.
I don't
performance.
compare wealthy relationships to like modern world because I don't have no idea how that even works.
Modern world. I know plenty of couples that were in high school dating and they let the other couple go to college and they're like, oh, we'll just get together. Nah, you should have either said, I'm going with you or you ain't going. That's how love works. You got to fight for it. Just like war, you got to get the leading advantage. You trying to play fair out here, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You got to cheat. You ain't cheating to win. You got to do what you got to do to win. That's what I tell you. If you got to pretend you're not a boss to draw them in, you draw them in and flip the script on them. You gotta. That's how it's got to work.
I always ask you, what is a boss, and what's compared to a man boss and a woman boss? Like, what is that?
Well, let's say someone like
layman terms, yeah.
Let's say someone like
you know, men boss the high value men. So.
Yeah, you're more cultured. You got your own stuff. This, that, there. Not only that, but you took a couple of years off where you traveled the world. You've been to Korea, this, that, and the third. That in itself, you got people that ain't even got those stamps in their passports or passports for itself. You got to deal with that. You've been over in China and Tokyo. What was it, Japan?
Yeah, Japan.
Taught over there, did that, and then it's just a different experience. You know what I'm saying? It's not every day a guy's gonna find a girl that's had that on her report card. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you probably not gonna take it from a guy that's never even got a stamp on his passport or never even go up the block. You're probably gonna let you. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much, but you can say in conversation to him. You know what I'm saying? When you're speaking on certain stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
You got grown men that don't even watch news, that still don't vote, that still don't. You've outpassed all these guys. How you gonna have a conversation with them when you watch CNN by choice or Fox News by choice or World Affairs? These guys still telling you they don't vote. You've outclassed. You know what I'm saying? You've
right.
them. Sorry, you know you've outbossed them. That's how it goes. They don't see it like that. We still have friends that still don't see it like that, but you can see we know the women that are more of that class, and you can see that those guys, do they really stand a chance when they date a girl? You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
Is that Boston or just outgrowing someone?
I don't know if it's outgrowing. I'm just saying there's a lot of guys out here.
Maybe
it's crazy. I don't know.
But I see your take. It's a certain I won't say type, but I guess a person, individual that may be, more attractive, in terms of what you guys both seek, together, like, common things, that similarities.
That's why I like when we have like let's say like get-togethers and parties and all that. We have more like-minded people. Like maybe that's where the single couples could meet each other, when Juno's birthday bash and shit like that. Because you're not gonna find them at
in the club.
At a club or at a website, because there's too much of a mix, there's too much of a ratio. You know what I'm saying? But if you have about a gathering of friends, you know what I'm saying, like friends, a social account or something like that, you're more likely to meet them there in that sense. And the club is, and it's still, there's all sorts of stuff when you go into a dinner, not a dinner party. What's the things that they have the day parties and all that? There's too much.
But no, the day party, you'll find them.
There's a few. There's some that you're gonna have. It's still a wild card. Good niggas is pulling right up on some day parties now. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the day party is more formal. They're more formal than
I haven't been a party in a minute.
Yeah. They're more formal than the what do you call that?
You need to get out there. ATL. You can't just be going.
Oh, the nightclub. Yeah, it's definitely more formal.
I'm slowly getting out. Heading to Chicago for Memorial Weekend.
You gotta hit those day parties, go to those weddings.
Because you actually have niggas who wearing suits and like blazers and stuff like that. Well, you don't find that in the nightclubs. Most nightclubs.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't do clubs at all. But yeah, I'm slow to get out. COVID just slow down everything. But
or even go to like what events, conventions. Yeah, yeah.
What conventions? What you going?
Or conventions.
That's where you find the guys who's making like 60, 70, even up to the hundreds.
That's very true. You gotta.
I mean, ultimately, I'm just gonna have to leave my area. To be honest with you,
go to these resorts.
What area? You still in Palm Beach?
Yeah, still in West Palm.
Oh yeah.
Ultimately.
You don't need to leave your area. There's plenty of good men in your surrounding.
Where?
Palm Beach. I don't know.
No, Juno, no. Let's Juno answer this question. Where?
Probably on the beach side.
Everybody getting money in Palm Beach right now. You just got to
Exactly.
blink.
But Juno wants me to date a black man. So where?
You're telling me there's no suitable black men in Palm Beach?
You catch a nigga with a
Not
Cuban
that
on.
much. Man. I got
Catch a nigga
It
with a
depends on
Cuban
where you're going. If you're going to high quality events, if you're
But
not
that's the thing too. Honestly, I don't really go out doing this. Unless it's like a department dinner with
so
men.
how you gonna find a man if you're not going
I,
out
and,
there?
and I just stated I'm taking accountability. I don't go out as much, so that's the thing too. But COVID, that kind of slowed down things down. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But I don't. It's tricky here in Palm Beach. It's tricky.
Yeah,
could flip the script, ATL. Here's what a lot of people doing. You could flip the script by going to get you an island man.
And bring him over?
Now girls are starting to do that. They're importing them their husbands. They're getting from the island. I don't know any better. No bag.
He'll treat you well. He'll treat you well.
He'll treat me right. That may be plan B. That may be plan B.
He won't cheat.
He won't cheat. He's in clear. Hold on to his passport. Tell that nigga act right.
How stupid. Take his passport for hostage.
That on COVID visa. That might be what you need to do. Get you someone from. That's a new. That's a new
you want to control him. You want him to cooperate.
I hate you guys.
Get you a nice dude from overseas. Good to go.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to put yourself out there.
I know.
After you detox from your last relationship, because they say it's 1/3 of the relationship you need to detox at least.
Yeah, time to process and reflect, whatnot. But one day at a time. I'm in no rush.
And you have to figure out what you did wrong in the relationship too, not just what he did wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
Too much Ruth Chris.
I don't even like Ruth Chris that much. I don't think he could afford it.
Listen,
man that can't take you to Ruth Chris.
Average man.
That's not true. Ruth Chris is not that expensive. Why people think Ruth Chris is expensive?
It's $100 a plate.
It's how much?
It's $100 a plate, bro.
That's not that much.
Come on, bro. I'm only taking my wife, bro. I don't take girlfriends
every day. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally.
I'm glad
you shouldn't have girlfriends anyway, Nate.
That's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't have girlfriends anyway.
I'm glad I wasn't dating.
Let's start there.
I'm glad I wasn't dating during the Ruth Chris era. $100 a plate.
But you're also younger then, so I don't think 17-year-olds are expecting to go to Ruth Chris with their boyfriends.
No. These young boys now, these kids got it. So who's to say? It's a different bag nowadays.
Yeah.
All I know, the average worker dropping $200-$300 on just dinner.
Yeah, ATL, you're not gonna respect a guy that can't take you to Ruth Chris.
I don't care for Ruth Chris.
I'm just talking about a restaurant at that level.
Right.
You're not gonna respect a guy that can't take you there because you done bossed up too much.
Yeah, y'all really think I don't date average guys? I don't know who told you. I date average guys. They don't have to make as much money.
That don't mean it's gonna work though. Because you said your last guy couldn't take you to Ruth Chris. It didn't work. Right?
He was insecure with himself. That don't have anything to do. That's more on him than it is on the situation itself.
That's what it is. You got to go to more conventions. Yeah.
I don't go to conventions.
Yeah, I don't know what this convention shit you talking about.
Yeah, I great. We're on the same page. Like fintech, like all these conventions and stuff that goes on in Dallas and DC. Yeah, it all depends.
In Orlando,
you can find people with similar minds, like-minded minds in one place.
Find you a nice little nerd dude. You don't know
who's good with numbers. That's fallback.
He's good with numbers. You don't know any better. He's a nerd.
No, she's gonna want a nigga with swag. She's not.
No, I'll take the nerd. I'll take the nerd. Forget you, Juno. I'll take the nerd.
Swag can be taught.
I would definitely take the nerd. I will make you look better.
Put together, man. I mean,
yeah.
I need to work with something.
That's a lot of package.
You're not giving that nerd the shot if he don't got nothing.
If she's going to the convention. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to.
Yeah, but I like smart.
I gotta ask this, like, so if you
I didn't say just because you're smart just because you're making you smart don't make you a nerd. There's plenty of smart niggas out here that got swag.
Right. But do
So
we align? Are we like-minded? That's really it. It's compatibility. It's not a matter that I'm not dating average or whatever. It's really compatibility. And I mean, and Nate said hit it right on the head. It's just compatibility. That's all it is.
you gotta find a man to get to the end of life. Because you're gonna be about 70 years old. You're gonna need a nigga there to fill up that pill bottle, get all your prescriptions in that pill bottle.
Okay, but let's be clear, Juno. Women outlive men, so most times women are filling out the pill bottle for the men.
You're gonna have something to live for. And that's what you're gonna be living for, to fill that nigga pill bottle up so he don't die too early. That's why you need a man.
Depending on his life insurance is set up, she might want him out of here. She might say, you know what, let me not fill up that bottle of this.
let's expedite this.
Yeah, let's get him out of here.
Yeah.
A lot of women nowadays don't think they need a man, and even if they have kids, they be like, "We don't need him. I don't need a man. I can take care of my own."
That's just crazy to me. Like women who are opting out to raise kids on their own, like the whole sperm bank, like that's crazy to me. Like they're choosing
weird.
to be single mothers. That's crazy to me. I wanted to get on the podcast, of course, let you guys know you're doing a great job to reaffirm that, but also just to give you a perspective is that it's not all women who thinks and are bashing, men and who do not seek relationships and family. That's what we want. Modern woman is not a toxic thing that's being, saturated right now in these spaces. We want compatibility. That's really what, and I think it's where we position ourselves. We're just so loyal that we want black men. It's just that a lot of black men ain't checking for us to begin with, too. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we're not dating average men. We're dating average men, but a lot of times the compatibility just doesn't work out.
I think
Fuck that compatibility shit. That shit comes later. You just have to work. You just have to work with a man, build your family, and stick it out.
Yeah, it's really. I guess that's simple. But
that compatibility shit that comes down the line.
But does that make you compatible if y'all both are cool with that?
What'd you say, Nate?
I said, wouldn't that make y'all compatible though? If y'all agree to all that?
Yeah, that's one part of it. Yeah,
men aren't that complicated for you not to be able to find a regular dude.
I don't know if you need to settle for regular, but don't overlook.
I'm not saying settle. Well,
don't overlook it.
It's not like though,
it's not settling.
I guess by their standards,
I guess, but let me know. I'm out there. I'm out here. Let me know. I'm somewhat in these streets. I go from work to home, so let me know.
I think this is gonna have to be a Kevin episode. You pretty much covered out all things Kevin. As far as getting from a lady's standpoint,
she just agreed with everything Kevin Samuel says anyway, so we're good.
We're good. We're out here with the church. I'm always telling her I feel like Kevin Samuel's becoming more of a plague. He's indoctrinating more and more of these guys. Because the videos that are going viral aren't the ones where he's checking the guys, which are some of the hilarious ones.
Yeah. I seen some of his earlier videos as well on YouTube when he didn't have as much subscribers and views, and he was checking a lot of men. And when men who were wanting to attract these certain type of women, he always asked them the question: "Are you changing to get these women? Or are you changing for yourself?" And that's what the advice we need to tell both men and women, but especially men. Unfortunately, black men. Because we're not seeing that push that it has been embedded for black women as well to earn degrees, to get higher paying salaries and such. Because it does build this confident feeling to thrive in the world and how you move. And I think that confidence in black men has been dwindling over the years because the entire world is telling you ain't shit. You don't have a father figure. A lot of these places and stuff, it's only women, and you're not getting attention that is needed. So over time, you starting to feel not confident even moving or doing the things that you need to do as a man. So it's a lot of take to that. But Kev saying a message, you know, can be a little altered to deliver it a little bit better to the women that need it, men and women that need it.
I mean, my thing is, what can he
Men don't
really
have any
tell
issues,
men?
man.
What can Kevin really tell men outside of just get money? What thing could he really tell a guy?
Aside from getting money, is the type of man you want to be, right?
He can't tell a guy what
money.
Hygiene.
If a man's game is to get woman, all he got to do is get the bag. That's all. That's literally, that would be the end of the show.
I mean, but Kevin Samuel been telling, but the one I seen, you know, he was overweight. He was working on his career. I think he was living with his mom. I'm not sure, but he was just really pushing on what type of men are you trying to be.
Yeah. But that's what I'm telling you. But all in all, if the guy gets the bag, it overwrites everything. That's all. That'll be the end of the show. Get the bag, fella, then they're gonna come. And that's simple. That's really all it is for the guys aspect. I don't really know as far as saying what kind of man do you want to be. There's a time when you're trying to say be a good father, be a good husband. I don't know if he's preaching all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? If be a man of leadership. If he was preaching all that, he could have been. That wasn't what's catching on. It's not till he started checking some of these overconfident women. People are like, oh yeah, we gotta bring these girls down a notch. Which is like it's kind of wild. Like I said, the message is needed, but it's the delivery. The message is needed, the delivery. I don't know what else he's gonna be telling men though, for the most part.
I mean, men ain't got no issues. I mean, he tell men like
they don't have any issues.
He let them know. I mean, yeah, he ain't got no issues letting them know, and men don't have any issues accepting that. So.
Yeah,
I guess like for women, you really gotta soften it up a little bit.
You gotta talk to them nice. You gotta say, hey, it's okay to be 300 pounds. you gotta cater. You gotta pander to them, but the men that they're going after, that's not what they're looking for.
That's true. I mean, like just like I was telling Nate the last episode, look at Lizzo like going for what's his name?
But Lizzo is an exception. She's rich and wealthy.
She's rich,
but in proximity with all of these wealthy men.
The men she's looking for don't care about that.
Men don't give.
How do you know what they care about, and how you know who is giving her play? You don't know anything about that, Gray.
Don't give her play, but like, guess what?
You don't know that in the back scenes. You don't know that.
No, ATL.
Here's the thing. Sometimes the play is all you need, Gray. Just put me on the game, coach. They might
put me in the game, coach.
Sometimes that's all they need is the play. I know you're thinking they might give her play, they're not going to wipe her, but all she might need is the play, and I got her. Sometimes it happens.
That's not true, because how many fat rich men do you know is complaining about dating?
What do you mean?
How many fat rich men is complaining about dating?
They're not. Yeah.
Okay, Lizzo is on Instagram crying because she's fat and overweight.
She is not crying. She
just went live the other day crying about being fat and nobody want to take her serious because she's fat.
No, I think it was something else. She was talking on an issue. Come on, Juno. I need you to speak the real facts and not generalize the situation to play it on your argument. All right.
She's over here complaining about how
it was an issue that I think she was following up on something else. It wasn't because she's fat.
She's complaining about how nobody would switch places with a fat person. Yeah. There's no fat men doing that.
Nobody want to switch person, but maybe she's just keeping it real. Maybe she's just keeping her by today's beauty standards. Lizzo is very confident. I give her that. You know what I'm saying? It might be off-putting to some how her confidence is.
It's off-putting to Gray.
No, it's off-putting to majority.
Gray don't want to see all that.
There's some guys that like big women though. There are some guys that like big women. She could bag one of them.
Yeah, but that number is small.
The thing is, she's just not traditional. A lot of big girls are humble, more quiet, more dressed apart. She ain't on that. She on that. I'm dressing out, ass cheeks out, going to the NBA. When my ass cheeks cut out, major violation if you ask me.
And everybody's saying that shit. It looks good.
Yeah. We're gassing her, but
nobody wants it.
I don't see the other big women complaining like she is because they might They're like, hey, these are society norms. They're like, these are society norms, and I'm gonna fit into the dimension that this is what they expect from a big girl. Maybe I'll fit into that dimension and be the baddest one of that big girl there, and people love me. But she's like, I'm not gonna fit into the mold of the big girls. I'm gonna do whatever the skinny girls do. But then it kind of sucks that you're trying to complain because you're trying to break a system. And systems don't go out easy, you know what I'm saying? So
and we're not gonna say she's sexy.
I'm gonna say she's trying to break out.
Why she's not sexy, Juno?
Nigga,
I think you're fat. I think you're fat.
Phobic, fat shame.
And that's what we need to do that. You gonna tell ATL, you literally gonna tell me Lizzo is sexy?
I think she's attractive.
With the right clothes.
That's not what I asked you. Is she sexy?
I think she's sexy, yeah.
Okay. You're not a man, so it don't
sexiness come with confidence as well. Cause it's a lot of guys that may not look attractive, but because
exuberance. That is true.
Exuberant, yeah.
You're not gonna call Rick Ross is the most confident fat nigga out here. Ain't nobody calling him sexy.
Oh, women love him.
Because he's confident, I think he's sexy.
Ain't nobody calling Rick Ross sexy. You damn.
Okay.
Who's calling Rick Ross sexy? You think
I
Rick
just
Ross
said
is
he was sexy.
You said his confidence
but
is sexy.
But it works different for men, though. It does.
Yeah, men with money. You know how it is, man. There's so much.
It was different for men with money. Though.
You just heard about Bill Gates.
Just like that fat and ugly as ever. However, still
exactly. We heard Bill Gates out here.
And that however is money. That however guys use. I might be black, ugly. However, you have to have a however.
Yeah,
most people don't have a however.
Okay.
It's like Jay-Z said, he said, there's no such thing as an ugly billionaire. I'm cute.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I got anything else? You already did the end of the
You got any questions for us, ATL?
No, just keep it up, guys. I love the podcast, love your interactions. Even Gray with his non-arguments. Yes. Yeah, just keep it up. Going far. Love your perspective.
We love it. We love to hear it.
I haven't been watching any shows, so I've been getting y'all recommendations. I'm always just working on something else.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything this week as far as recommendation. I know there's a lot of stuff we didn't cover from Joe Budden and all that stuff, but we can always pick it up next week. Should have been more.
Yeah.
And there's more allegations coming out too. Some sexual harassment with Joe Budden. So I know you want to touch on that too next week if you want.
Yeah, there's blood in the water.
That's just women jumping onto the slander him thing.
Well, listen,
sexual harassment. Listen, let's talk about sexual. ATL, you got time?
Oh, I'm already in bed. I got time.
All right, so let's talk about this sexual harassment thing, right? So sexual harassment is so subjective, right? Because it can be considered sexual harassment depending on how much you like the person or how the other person looks. Do you agree with that or no? ATL, speaking from a woman.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so like Drake can say something to, let's say, you, ATL, and you'll be fine with it. But if a nigga that look like Nate say the same thing too, you're gonna call it sexual harassment, right?
Depends on what he said to me and what was.
Okay,
yeah,
if Drake looks at you and say, "Damn, I'll lick them groceries back and forth," right?
That could be taken away. It's something as simple as, "Hey, maybe I can take you out to eat sometime."
What?
Regular guy, Drake looking guy, oh, he's being cute. Regular guy, oh, this guy's always fucking bugging me. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's that extreme?
Yeah.
Yes, that extreme.
It is.
I don't think it's that extreme.
Because people can say they feel uncomfortable about anything. Like,
I don't think it's that extreme. I know Amanda, what's her name? Amanda Bynes? Seals?
Yeah, what about her?
The light-skinned one?
Yeah, so Amanda Seals, I remember
Seals, worst person in the world.
I remember she said she saw a story about
Russell Simmons
saying that something about she looks like someone he used to fuck with or something like that, like some very
did we fuck before? That's nice. Okay, all right, no problem. He doesn't try
in front of everybody.
She just said no, and then that was it. But I don't know. Even that was kind of wild. It's wild that he said it, but that's not sexual harassment. It's a question. He's got a vulgar mouth. That's how he speaks. He's known for cursing. This, that, and third. But they got Russ the hell up out of here anyways, though. The fact that she brought that up when he was facing rape charges, like, those are two different things. They cloud the waters with so much allegations that like these are two different things.
Women just have different shit that they'll tolerate from certain guys versus other guys. Like, I could ask you to date me for 3 years, and you'll consider it sexual harassment, but someone like a rich dude like Pleasure P or Drake or one of these rich guys could ask you the same shit for 3 years, you won't call it sexual harassment.
You're like,
but we have to understand the context it's coming from too. So if they're in a work environment and we're both professionals and I'm just here to do my job, I'm here not to get fined, and you're just bringing up this thing constantly, and I approach you with tell you to stop or just tell you to cool down with, and you're still doing the same thing,
but
even bolder.
If he looks good, you're not gonna consider.
No, that's not always the case. That's not always the case. Someone it look good or not. If I'm feeling uncomfortable, you need to respect the fact I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm just trying to work. Like I'm not checking for you like that, attractiveness or not. Like, let me work. Can I just be? Can I be present and work and get off? And that's it. If you're not allowing me to be me in a space that should make me feel comfortable and protected, then there's a problem. Especially when something is not investigated properly or no one's looking into it or telling the person to stop and they're still doing it, that's an issue. Y'all always talking about protecting Black women. Let's protect us in these professional spaces as well.
But does it work both ways?
I'm cool with people being protected and
does it work both ways? Because in the workspace, women can sexually harass men all the time.
This is true.
And that shit goes unchecked.
Do the guy report it?
I mean, just the term my work wife. I mean, just the term my work husband. I don't think a guy goes around and say you're my work wife unless the girl calls her work husband first. If the guy was just going, hey, you're my work wife. Like, excuse me? He know he's out of here. Is it just that term in general is a term that lets the
in this climate.
You ever made somebody your work husband?
Yeah, I had someone in the call center, like when I was back in college. He was my work husband, a white dude. Used to always flirt.
Oh, you with that white shit, huh?
We used to always flirt.
You called him your work husband?
Yeah, everyone knew he was my work husband.
How would you feel if he just came out and said you were his work wife, though?
He said that before. But keep in mind, this is 20.
I'm saying if he initiated it. If he initiated it.
Yeah, he said this before. But this is a different time, though. This is almost 10 years ago.
And he's white, so there's a different level of tolerance that you'll take from white guys that you won't take from Black men.
Nah. That's unfair,
I don't know if
but it was on some friendly stuff. It wasn't really. It was everybody knew it was on some friendly stuff.
But would he have sex with you if you offered him sex?
Why would I offer him sex?
It's not would you. I'm asking you. If you said, "Hey, let's fuck,"
there's a high chance. There's a high chance he will agree to that. Correct.
Okay.
That was your point proven?
I'm just saying, yeah. That's my point. It's sexual harassment if he would actually have sex with you. That's sexual harassment.
I guess.
Here's the issue. Does anyone ever make the ugly gross dude their work husband?
I don't know. I've never been in those places.
That's real discrimination. You see? The ugly gross dude never has a work wife. He's been working 20-some years. Never got a work. You never got a work spouse.
We don't know that. We don't know what's going on in these places. I don't know.
Y'all got anything else? Or we good to go?
Let's see. Did we get to the other absurdities?
No, because everyone was stuck on Kevin Samuels.
You know Kevin's a problem.
We just had to make sure ATL is part of the Kevin Samuels
Oh my God.
cult, which we found out she is.
Here we go.
She might not want to say, but she agrees with him 100%. I haven't heard anything that you disagree with him about, other than his delivery.
I don't think he's helping. If I didn't specify that in the beginning, I don't really think he's helping much. So I got to reiterate that.
It's not getting to people it needs to get to.
Yeah,
It's not helping. We're
she
still
agreed.
again in the black and brown community. We're still bashing each other. So it's always the versus each other and not giving each other enough grace, or trying to help each other collectively to kind of build back these family values and stuff that we really seeking. All this individualism, hot girl summer, is only gonna go long too long at this point. That is my take. So take it or leave it with a grain of salt as you wish.
Have you ever had a hot girl summer?
I had plenty of hot girl summers. before the term was even,
That's before the problem. Been out before.
Yeah, I was just having a great summer.
Well, before it was spring bling and what was it?
Yeah, college, spring break, traveling.
That's not what. Yeah, I damn well know that's not what hot girl summer is.
What's hot girl summer, Gino?
Hot girl summer is out here being a man,
No.
Catching bodies,
catching
no
bodies,
no feelings.
no feeling, one night stands left and right. That's what a hot girl summer is. We already know what.
Is it? Because Megan Thee Stallion just said she's just enjoying her summer and being.
And Megan Thee Stallion also talks about riding penises.
Exactly.
And
a lot of rappers write about a lot of vulgar stuff, so we're not. Let's
but
not even measure that.
They're men.
Okay.
It doesn't equate to the same thing when a woman does it.
Oh,
we know
okay.
there's double standards. We enjoy double standards.
And I agree. Absolutely.
Everyone benefits off of double standards.
I agree.
So this hot girl summer doesn't make women. It's not good for women. Hot girl summers aren't good for women.
It's good for, I guess, women that is not tied down. They ain't got no same. If they're having the summer out of a place outside of their city and don't get back to them, it works. Nothing's without consequence. You know how
Nothing.
Nothing's without consequence. They move accordingly. I'm saying, what were we saying before hot girl summer leads to pregnant?
Hot girl summer leads to single mother spring.
Yeah, exactly. What's up? Yeah, move accordingly so you don't have that. You want to dial us out or anything else, or?
ATL, you got anything you need to plug?
No plug at this moment. If you want to hit me up, I'm on Facebook, Alainta. Also on Instagram. It's Alainta, ITS_Alainta, ALAINTA. I love to discuss personal finance, living your best life, and cultivating a financial wellness. So that's what I am about.
Yeah, you are very big on the finance game.
Yeah, man. Love it. I like to talk about it.
We need to get you to be big onto the relationship gang.
What are you talking about, Juice? We were just all you talking about relationship.
No, I was saying we need to get you big on that.
What relationship?
Tell these women how to maneuver in these streets.
No, you women ain't gonna listen to me. You know why? They got Kevin Samuel oversaturating the market.
You find in the finance game?
Y'all have the same message.
I'm chasing. I'm chasing.
Do you find in the finance game, which I find like whenever you're new to it or bring it, you're almost out there trying to spread the gospel, almost like you're very religion. You're saying like you're trying to, hey, anyone not listen, hey, let me teach you about this, let me teach you about that.
You're looking like Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, you're almost like a Jehovah's Witness, but you find it that so much people don't know or don't want to know, or by the time you're off of that high of trying to teach everybody, now be like, hey, can you teach me? Like, look, I'm past that, bro. My time's expensive now because
my time is expensive. Exactly.
In the beginning, I was giving the game out to everyone for the free. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on, you could be on this journey with me, but you made me take this journey by myself.
Everybody busy having hot girl summer, enjoying their hot boy summer, hot girl summer, hot boy summer.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to charge you if you want my
It's
time.
a hot boy life, not a summer.
Oh, hot boy life.
Hot boy life, not a
20
summer.
degrees, that's it.
It's so nice seeing you all. This was hilarious. I loved it.
For sure.
Next time you could probably be on camera. Just don't come on with the bonnet because we're trying to protect the black woman's image.
Well, I'm happy I didn't come with a bonnet. I had my robe on. I'm ready for bed, dude. Had my robe and everything on. I'm good.
Your boy Jackson, what's his name? Him and his girl dropped a photo, I think, for Mother's Day.
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson, she was dressed up looking nice and all that, you know.
I think I've seen it.
Someone put in the comments, "Love wins." So I'm like, there you go, love wins. Derek.
That's the thing. He was only having sex with this other chick. It wasn't like he was the other chick.
Yeah, I'll give him that. People try to. The thing is, he became all the guys he tried ruining. That's all. He tried speaking against. He hasn't posted since.
ATL, what do you think about these guys that be straight pandering to women and talking shit about other men and how other men should move versus
You call them simps.
guys that be out there talking about real men this, real men that? How do you feel about those? I need that perspective from a woman.
Well, how I take it, I can't speak for generalizing.
That's why I said you.
Me, right? I think it's garbage. I think that they seek vulnerable women who seek validation from men, and plus, let's all be honest. Derek Jackson has an appearance. He's very attractive. So when he's saying all this, women are gonna take it as gospel. So I knew it from the get-go how it was, especially he was always recording in his car for some reasons. So I peaked game early on, but I think it's just like anything in social media. If you look good, you can speak fairly well, then it's all optics. Like people are not taking their advice as something that they can probably use, or maybe that they're using in their everyday. I think it's just more on popularity. I think that's how he became bigger than what he was, just popularity.
So would you say his message is better than Kevin's?
I don't remember some of his message. What was his message again?
His message was a straight fraud. That's what his message was.
Only thing I recall, to be honest with you, only thing I recall from Derek Jackson was he was reacting to certain videos or something like that, or
he wasn't giving the cheaters any slack or anything. He was acting like it was all personal. And now
most times, what I did see, he don't take accountability for the women. It was always bashing. From what I remember, it was always bashing the men. It wasn't really taking a neutral stance on who's accountable, but it's mostly bashing the man, which for most, I think you're just pandering to women. So and then you look good, you know what I'm saying? So it's just mainly that. It's just popularity. So I don't take anything of that seriously, to be honest. But some people do. It's a popularity contest on social media.
I'm still waiting for his rebrand. What's he gonna do next?
He's still selling books. He was still promoting and marketing his books. So throughout all the entire thing, he was still marketing his books.
I was getting one over on Desperate People, though. What do you expect?
I have another one for you, ATL.
What's up?
Dr. Umar. What do you think about him?
What's a fan acting?
I still don't understand why this man is not married. I don't take marriage advice from no one that's not married. He does
divorced people.
He does make some good points, because I love the fact that he's all about just Black pride and keeping the family Black structure together. That's what I'm all for. But some things is just a little far left a bit. I just don't agree to it.
Why Umar is needed? Umar is the very few that is talking about Pan-Africanism. That means he sees all Blacks as equal. Those that are in the U.S., those that are from Africa, those in the Caribbeans. A lot of pro-Black folks are only American Blacks, not Caribbeans, not Black, not Haitian Americans, not Jamaican Americans.
Yeah, they're Black African Americans.
Exactly. They're only on that. And Umar is on that Pan-Africanism because we're all in the oppression. So I give him props on that. That's very big. Your boy, who's his rival that Umar goes against? The one that's always no, he's always calling white folks suspected white supremacists.
Sean King.
No, Tariq Nasheed.
Tariq Nasheed. He's very pro-American black. That's it. ADOS, African American survivor of slavery. That's all they care about. They don't want to hear nothing about no other folk groups. He's always pointing out how any other immigrant black class groups talk down or look at any group. He's always quick to post the videos. They're on that heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I give Umar his props for trying to get a black collective together. And that might be his. That might be
like his message with that. I do like his message for that.
That might be his biggest hurdle though, because you're getting blacks were never together as a collective, even back in Africa, different countries, different tribes. So trying to get a whole group of people from different, you know what I'm saying, from different diasporas, different places together on one note.
That's what Malcolm was trying to do.
Yeah, it's a tough task. It's a, you know what I'm saying, they got Malcolm the fuck up out of there when they peeped game what he was trying to do. When they had world leaders actually meeting him. Trying to do that is a very tough task. We all set, I believe. Or
Gray, you got any questions for ATL, Gray?
No, not really. No, I think you're good. Just
yeah, that's it. I got a couple for next week's episode, so we'll come on cranking for next week. We did the J. Cole, what's name, Joe Budden, Roy and Malls.
And I need Nate to notify guests and feature guests 24 to 48 hours in advance. That same night, a few hours. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think next episode we're gonna do like the 1 year anniversary of COVID, right? And speak of where we're at. It's been a little bit over a year, but
ATL, did you catch COVID?
No, I always been isolated from people.
Do you know that caught it or died from it?
Yeah, I had a sorority sister. Mother passed away.
Isn't it crazy how everyone
that's the closest? That's the closest.
Yeah.
Do you have any family members or anything like that catch it?
No, by the grace of God, no.
I know people that caught it or died from it, but you let these white no maskers, they swear they know no single person that caught it. Like
I know friends that caught it, but they bounced back though. But those only people I know that degree. That's the only person I know that passed away.
These anti-maskers be trying to say, like, how you think this is made up? I mean, this got to be the greatest scam in history.
Are you vaccinated? I know Nate not. Juno, are you vaccinated yet?
I'm not vaccinated yet.
No, I'm not vaccinated. I'm trying to have kids this year, so I'm not gonna take it this year. I'll take it next year if I have any kids. If my wife get pregnant,
I'm letting the chemicals.
I don't want to get her pregnant after being vaccinated so early.
You're gonna have kids that are pre-vaxxed.
Yeah, I got my neighbor was asking me like if I already got my vaccine. I keep telling them I'm just waiting to go to the VA. So
that's it.
That's it.
What about you, ATR? Are you vaccinated?
Yeah,
You're fully?
Yeah, it's going on 2 weeks.
Which one you got?
You got the double shot or the one shot?
The Pfizer double.
No.
Go back and get that Johnson & Johnson for the low ski.
Discounted price.
They said that's the food stamp of vaccines. The Johnson & Johnson.
Get that Johnson & Johnson for the low ski just to get extra protection.
ATL, you wasn't worried about getting a vaccine? Like, I know you're trying to build a family in the next few years. You didn't have that come through your mind?
No, no, because I've been a vaccine kid my entire life. Going to school, I had to be vaccinated, and I just look at the risks versus the liability, of it all. And I miss traveling, man. Essentially how I used to travel. So I just rather, if I do catch it, because we all know it doesn't fully protect you from catching the virus, unfortunately. Yeah. But if you do, but the risk of me being hospitalized or need to be on ventilator is a little bit less. So if I can protect myself any other way, that's fine to me. And I don't want to be asymptomatic. Yeah, asymptomatic and passing on to someone I care about. Right. I do visit back home and other people, older people that I know. So I'm just doing my part. So
How'd you feel after you took it?
I just had a sore arm. That's really it. I was a little tired after the second dose and I took a nap, but aside from that, it was just a sore arm. My brother is vaccinated. He took the Moderna. My older brother, he's getting his vaccination. He's the army. He's active duty in the military.
So he didn't have any choice, huh?
Yeah.
I guess not. But yeah, I'm not I don't got anyone take care of me like that. I'm not married out here, so I gotta be careful in these streets.
Yeah.
So
like
if you were married, you wouldn't get vaccinated, would you?
If my husband don't want me to get vaccinated.
I think in the future we're gonna look at this vaccination thing as one big dumb thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because honestly, everybody know who caught it. Like someone I'm pretty close with who caught it pretty bad. He was hospitalized for a few weeks. He immediately got the vaccination as soon as it came out. So like it's a huge risk you willing to take. Yeah, you bounce back, the first time, but who's to say with the variants and everything that the virus evolved into, you're gonna bounce back the second time. I don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, as soon as they make it inconvenient, I'm taking like.
Soon they make it inconvenient.
As soon as they make not traveling, like cruises are coming back. If I can book me a cruise to go somewhere decent, they tell me, hey, you gotta get.
Oh, now the cruises, especially to Florida, they're saying that they want the passengers, the staff, everyone who's booking a cruise have to be vaccinated.
Yeah, but Florida passed that rule that you can't ask the person that, so the cruise ships say they might not even dock in Florida anymore.
Yeah,
business.
Yeah, so DeSantis is fighting that too. So it's gonna be a lot of
Yeah, they're not about to go pay a fine $5,000 per person that you asked for it. They're like, well, then we just not gonna go to Florida. And the best ports are like, don't fuck up business over here, DeSantis. Just make the cruise ship be the exception to the rule.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of that though, because you remember when COVID straight, that shit was there for a few weeks in the middle.
Remember cruise ships are the main ones spreading it. They're getting They kept them people on that boat for like 6 weeks. Wouldn't let them off. People would die. That shit was crazy. So yeah, they have the right. They already know because of lawsuits wise, they want to protect themselves. They're not gonna be in that Florida shit.
Exactly. But I know a lot of anti-vaxxers and they're on it too. They're either waiting or they're just not for it. But they're gonna make it inconvenient for you because now most international countries, you cannot leave the country. Like if you're coming back to the U.S., you have to test negative. So if you're testing positive, you have to stay quarantined until your test come back negative.
We're being sized. There's some countries you can't even go to if you're American. France is taking no Americans right now.
Right.
First time in history, bro. People turn away Americans, or a good American dollars. If you're from there, if you're not a citizen, if you're American, they're not even accepting you because we're too lax how they look at it.
So yeah, I want to travel, but I'm gonna wait.
I'm trying to get about it. Yeah, so I'll do what I got to do when it comes time to if it stops you, then I'll get it then.
Yeah, it's slowly getting there. Joe Money Biden telling y'all in these press conferences, I'm about to cut this federal money. Y'all has to get back to work.
Here's one you sent me that we forgot about.
What?
The governor, he made the thing where they're gonna be giving out shots and there's gonna be a lottery where you can win $1 million.
Oh yeah, you have a chance to win $1 million.
What is that? Ohio,
yeah.
Fucking genius.
So if you get vaccinated, what they do is they put your name in one of these randomized things. Lotteries, these lotteries to win $1 million.
Yeah, one draw a week every Thursday or something like that. I'm like, you gotta put the heat under their ass. Look at De Blasio. Was it De Blasio or the one in New York? That guy's talking about you can get Shake Shack sandwich and the drink. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna bother me nobody to get the damn.
And also at the end of this month, Lyft, I seen on the Shade Room the other day, Lyft. Yeah, I think it's Lyft. Biden posted it.
Yeah, Lyft and Uber.
Yeah, Lyft and Uber, they'll take you to a vaccination spot. Like you can get a ride for free for like a week or two.
Yeah.
To get vaccinated. So you don't have an excuse that you don't have a ride.
Yeah, that's just a free ride because I'm gonna find the closest vaccination site to the destination I'm trying to go to. I'm gonna jump in that car. That's a free ride, baby.
Appreciate it, Biden. Just like Biden was complaining, telling people that if you get a job, if you get offered a job and you turn it down, they're gonna cut off your unemployment. I'm like, how the hell would you know?
The states are already doing. Certain states are already turning off the federal.
I understand that, but Biden's just flagging. I'm like, how the hell would you know that I got a job offer?
But you know, unemployment, you have to record your attempts of finding.
I'm gonna attempt, but they're not gonna know if the job offer me.
Well, it depends. And Florida's not requiring that you submit.
Oh, they're not.
That you was looking for a job. They waived that to like I think September 2021.
Y'all look at DeSantis. If there was a dude before that, Rick Scott, there was no waiving with him, bro. Florida had like the lowest unemployment rate of all 50 states, even though we had so much people that was actually unemployed. The system was so fucked up, people just quit trying.
Well, I'm happy this DeSantis won versus Gillum, because Gillum, the Florida wouldn't be popping how it's popping if we had
or a Democrat. Yeah, you might be.
We had a Democrat.
I mean, but just keep in mind, DeSantis took a huge risk. Like it just played in his favor, because this shit could have just went.
A lot of people died. DeSantis sacrificed a lot of people for us to live the way we live. So we gotta give.
that was a drawback. That was a take back. That was a drawback. Lappy had to die so we can out here party on South Beach.
You
guys are horrible.
Not a lot of old folks to die for our behalf to party to live out here. And it doesn't go without warrant. We thank them for that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We thank them for their sacrifice.
Because every time I come back to Florida, I have a great time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm appreciative of the governor that we have in Florida. Because every time I come back to Florida, I have a great time.
So you're pumping the economy. Just make sure you're spending money. You out there, non-vaccinated, just asymptomatic, just spraying the COVID, right?
No, I wear my mask. Niggas be looking at me like I'm weird.
You're weirdo. When you're
listen, every time I go out with Graymeyer, right? Quick story. Every time I go out with Graymeyer, when we get to the door,
Gray no mask.
Gray ours has to go back to the car and get a mask. He's not a masker. Everywhere we go, bro, he's like he's checking his pocket like he brought a mask with him. I'm like, nigga, you know you didn't bring no mask with you. Go get a fucking mask out the car.
That's just how
everywhere we go. It's the same thing with Gray. He never has a mask.
Bro, I just came from the gym earlier today, and no one in there had masks on them.
Yeah, I don't wear masks in the gym. Now you're supposed to breathe.
Yeah, certain places.
But that's where like you're most vulnerable.
Nate, you have a home gym. Gray's talking about the gym that's open to the public.
When I used to go to the public gym, I didn't wear no mask there either. I just take vitamin D, go in there. You see it? Yeah, I'm about to be dying in there. We're trying to work.
They had my mask on, so I took it off while I was in there. I just felt weird. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, putting a mask on in the gym is almost no point anyways. Everybody's breathing heavy, they're sweating on everything. If I got it, you got it already, buddy. Just work out.
Work out at home. I just at home. I have weights here, free weights.
Yeah, but Florida's different on that aspect.
Yeah.
Where we at time wise?
I'm already in bed, just so.
All right, ATL, give us appreciate your calling in and giving us the woman's view, the modern day woman's view on Kevin Samuel.
She's not a modern woman. We've established that.
I'm not a modern woman. Where am I?
Yeah, she's not a feminist, but she's
you said you're submissive and cooperative. That's not a modern woman.
That's not a modern woman. Most modern women are. Everyone is. You guys are just plagued. You guys are just plagued.
Plagued by bad Kevin Samuels videos. That's what I'm telling them. It's
you guys are listening too much of that. I know plenty of modern women who are willing to be submissive to someone who can lead. They will follow.
No, all these conditions to having a good man.
So you want us to be led astray? That's what you want?
Now I'm gonna lead you to this path that we're going down
to. That's the ultimate sacrifice. Are you willing to be led astray?
Yeah, I'm leading you to this path. Either you're gonna go on this path with me or not.
Can you trust me enough that I can lead us off the cliff? Can you trust me enough?
Yeah, because I'm willing. As a man, I'm
willing
willing to die for you.
Yeah, I'm willing to walk off this cliff with you. Are you willing to walk with me?
Are you willing to die with me? That's all men want. Are you willing to die with me?
All right, that's it. I just want you to walk off this cliff right along with me. Though.
Man, just know, there's women out there that are seeking, relationships too. So great relationships at that. And average, however you want to look at it, we're just seeking men that are compatible with us, that want the same things that we do. That's all it is. And it just sometimes it's difficult. Some people are lucky to find that a little bit faster than others. It's not easy out here.
I think what we're not seeing enough, maybe we're not seeing it enough. Like I know one thing, like when I'm seeing black weddings online or friends,
Yeah.
I think that's what we're not seeing enough because black weddings is one of the dopest things out there. Maybe because I haven't been to enough white weddings. But we turn up. It's an event. Everybody's dressed well. Everybody looks good to me. I think we need more of that. Maybe that needs to be more celebrated more. You know what I'm saying?
I had a wonderful black wedding that ATL didn't show up to.
I couldn't make it.
Man. Black wedding was a good night. Everyone's having a good time, dressed well. We need to see more of that. That needs to be celebrated more. Not just the, every now and then they have the dancing in the beginning, the Nigerian stuff, or just all around.
I think we are. I think there's a new wave within the last like 5 or 6 years or however time. We are seeing a lot of women, especially black women, black weddings are being celebrated. Not just only Nigerians and African countries, but we're being celebrated. Juno's another example. I know I see some of your pictures, Nate. So it's being celebrated. I think that's what we're conforming, especially women, conforming more into. We want that. That's all it is.
You know how racist me and my wife is? We had one white person at our wedding.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
We had one white person at our wedding, and he was a +1.
Man, you gotta turn up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta party with your people.
I was like, damn, we some racist motherfuckers.
Yeah, I just don't have any white friends.
It's not even that. Like,
was the white guy? Was he part of the? No, I thought you had a white guy that was part of the brothers when y'all dancing. When y'all did your fraternity.
Sigmas?
No, we didn't have no. I didn't have no white frat there.
Oh,
it was like a white or Spanish guy. Something. I could have sworn someone that was.
Nah, bro. Listen, even when it came to caterers, caterers. I told my caterers, if you have a white worker, give them that day off.
We're gonna make this whole black effect of it.
The black affair.
If you go back to it, look at all the servers, look at what's name, everyone was African descent.
It was lit. I don't know,
because that was in my contracts with all my caterer, with all my vendors. I was like, we need an all black cast.
You know what time it is.
This guy.
Imagine you get your fucking wedding, you're being stopped and frisked at your wedding. Sir, do you belong here? Do you belong here? You have the full groomsman suit on. We need to see your ID, sir.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's dope. I think once we celebrate that, show more of that, and we'll be golden. Hip hop it's kind of leading our culture right now. So
I think it's there. It's just again what we see in this these social media spaces is hot girl summer, high value men, luxury lifestyle, all these like crazy stuff.
It's all superficial,
yeah, superficial. We're just celebrating independence, like prolonging more and more to the families. But there's brands and people out there that are speaking collectively that wants those value systems. Even damn near Dr. Umar is saying that as well. Like there's people out there speaking that. It's just that it doesn't get as publicized as the other ones that people want. Fast money, luxury lifestyle.
We need our leaders to do what they say.
Yeah,
that's why I can't fuck with Dr. Umar. Because I need my leaders. If my leaders is telling me I should marry a black woman, nigga, you need to have a black woman on your arm.
Yeah.
You don't got a girlfriend or that. You live in the bachelor life. Don't pay him any mind. That people's game.
Isn't he like what, 40-something, 50?
He has no reason to marry. That's why I don't understand. He's getting cheeks. He's getting money. He got that college money. He's good. He ain't about to get married. He's gonna hold off marriage as long as possible.
Yeah.
He's running through him right now. running through the queens, as he called it.
Oh man, I hate guys who call me queens. I hate that.
Why?
I don't know. Something hotep, low key hotep
You
about that.
know,
You don't like guys that call you "Hey Queen"?
I just don't like it. Just call my name. Just call me by my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see.
you know, she don't want that crown on her.
You probably don't even like when black men tell you to smile.
I was gonna get to
That's
that.
the thing. I smile all the time.
Yeah, so people don't have to tell you to smile.
Yeah, they don't have to tell me to smile.
Yeah, so you might be you might be one of the good ones.
One of the good ones. That's it.
But I do have a what's called the wrestling bitch face without my mask. Like when I stare,
Man, yeah.
yeah, I do have that. Just naturally how my face said. But when I smile, I smile. I don't have a problem smiling. Just don't call me queen. I don't know something.
It's worn out. Yeah.
It's I guess it's worn out, and it's just like just call me by my name, man.
All right, Queen. We appreciate you being on here, Queen.
You guys want to stay on afterwards? I got 2 sports one we need to cover, and that's about it. Then we all done.
All right, we appreciate you, ATL. Appreciate you for coming. You've been on here for what we on 2 hours?
Yeah, I'm about to go to bed, man. I am.
All right.
drained.
All right, Bonnet Queen.
All right, guys, stay up, easy.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, peace.
All right, for sports, I have the Tyson Fury versus Wilder fight. Look like it's back on because they try to sneak and make a Tyson Fury into Joshua fight. I already told y'all, I was like, there's no way. I know y'all told me Tyson Fury got his ass whooped last time, but there's no way the champ is gonna just go out. The first one was a draw, and if you do beat me automatically, there's always a rematch clause.
Not Tyson Fury. You see, mean Joshua got his ass whooped.
Not Joshua. Wilder.
Oh wow.
Wilder got his ass whooped by Tyson Fury. You said the second round.
Right.
But if I'm the champion, I always get a rematch clause. So the fact that they just passed him up, he went to court and they upheld it. They said, "Yep, the next fight, Tyson Fury and Wilder got to be back on, unless Wilder's willing to step aside for a major payday. If they're willing to pay him to step aside."
So what's the next fight? Is it Tyson Fury and Wilder or Tyson Fury and?
It was Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua that was set up. They were about to go without him, but he went to court and Wilder won in court. So they might make them 2 fight, and then Anthony Joshua fights the next.
Oh, okay.
This would be a free check if your boys willing to sit back and get a free check. Wilder.
Nah, it's a pride thing.
I'd get a free check. Because what if he gets his ass whooped again? I'd get a free check and fight the next person it is. The only issue is, what if you fight him, you get the free check, right? And Tyson Fury beats Anthony Joshua, he could retire and now you fucked. You ain't fucked because you got a free check, but now he beat you and Wilder. He says, I got nothing else to prove. There's nothing guaranteeing that he's going to fight you again.
All right.
So that's where it's at. But if you want to say, you know what I'm saying, but what beats a free fucking check, though? Probably $10, $20 million, $10 million to do nothing on a Saturday night, but to go watch a fight. You know what I'm saying? There's very few celebrities where you get a free bands on that level in life, bro.
That's a sweet deal.
That's a fucking, you know what I'm saying? I might just say, fuck it. I'm gonna let y'all boys rock. I'm gonna fight the winner. And if the champ don't want to win, I'm gonna say he's scared. And I think Wilder thinks he can beat Anthony Joshua anyways. So he'll fight whoever out of that one if it goes down. But Tyson Fury don't care who he fights, obviously. You know, he feels he's the champ. So yeah, they redid that one. What else we have in sports? Your boy, what was it? Kwame Brown?
Kwame Brown wanting All the Smoke from the cast of All the Smoke, which is
he didn't stop there. He went after Shannon Sharp. He went after fucking
he didn't go after Shannon Sharp. He went after Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. He's going after anyone that ever called him a fucking bust or that ever told him that he didn't pan out in the NBA.
Did you guys listen to his response?
That shit was so long. I checked out a bunch of them. Like when he was going in, here's an issue. he made up a bunch of points, but he's not talking about why they called him the bust. He's kind of like talking around it. They're like, how the fuck am I a bust? Nigga, when I was 18, I went straight to the pros. Nigga, I went to the basketball courts with no shoes on, played a nigga with shoes, and left with his shoes. A nigga that went to go to the pros, I told his mom I was gonna buy you a house and did so. Y'all niggas over here talking all that whole shit. I like, you're right. But at the end of the day, you had no defense to them saying that you were a bust. Two things can be true. You can be a bust and you can be a real nigga at the same time.
It's all on perspective.
It's all on perspective.
His perspective is like, hey, you can call me a bust, but nigga, I made it to the NBA. I was in the NBA for 13 years. How is that a bust?
Yeah, but they're like, nigga, we're there
niggas
too.
don't last in the NBA for more than 7 years.
I
think the average career is like 5-7 years.
But the people that's calling them a bust, they were in the NBA that long, minus Agent Zero. They were in the NBA doing great too, the same way. So the people that's calling you a bust, he should have. I understand doing that for Stephen A. Smith, but don't take that up with all the cast, all smoke pop thing. You know what I'm saying? Because them boys, they were in the league just as long, doing great.
Yeah, but if those guys got drafted number 1, they'd be considered a bust too.
Oh, okay. That's why they call him a bust, because he's number 1.
That's why they're calling him a bust, because he was drafted number 1. So if he got drafted 13th, 15th in the NBA draft, nobody would call him a bust. But it's the fact that he got drafted number 1 of the 2001 draft, and he came straight out of high school. So everybody expected him to be a superstar.
But see, this is why he's not ready for prime time. I can see why he's retired. He hasn't been on TV since. Because that whole real nigga, this, that, and the third, white man thing, none of that shit translate over to the big screen.
He doesn't speak on being a real nigga, though.
I'm talking about, he said shit like how Stephen A. Smith is working for the man. All he do is pull down his own people. Shit like that.
He was saying Stephen S. Jackson, or what's that nigga name? Stack something. I think
Stephen Jackson,
Stephen,
because that's what's name's cousin. That's
George Floyd.
George Floyd's cousin. Yeah, he'll like.
I don't know if it's his cousin or if it's his friend. I think it's a friend, not a cousin.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think friend. Yeah.
But he was like,
you're speaking about this.
He was like, he walks around promoting that he's a real dude, real nigga this, real nigga that. But come on, you're not a real nigga if you're in the NBA. How many real niggas you know in the NBA?
You can't be. Yeah.
You can't be on no street shit if you're in the NBA, nigga. You got 10. His point was like, nigga, you got $10 million in your account. Fuck is you talking about real nigga shit? That? No, but
that's why
image
I was. Oh, you mean like as a hood dude?
Yeah, they're portraying this hood nigga shit, this tough guy shit. Come on, bro. How many tough real niggas you know from the hood end up in
some
the
of these
NBA
niggas are just some of these dudes are just athletes, and they're
exactly. You're an athlete, bro.
But there are some players that are hood fucking dudes though. They could be hood. It's not common.
They could be hood. They could be hood and all that, but you're not on no gangster shit. You wasn't doing no gangster shit and end up in the NBA.
You ain't on that Aaron
unrealistic,
Hernandez, boy.
Yeah.
You ain't on that Aaron Hernandez willing to catch a body and go to work the next day.
Come on, bro. So I understand where he was coming from. Like all this tough guy shit that I'm a real nigga this, I'm a real nigga that. Cut that out, bro. You're a multi-millionaire playing basketball. There's no reason for you to be a real nigga. If you want to be a real nigga and you're in the NBA, you're a fucking dumbass. Is that not true?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why he was so much on Gilbert Arenas, because Gilbert Arenas was walking around here with 32 guns on him and all this shit, trying to be a tough guy. He was like, nigga, you from the valley. you wasn't on this shit. You wasn't putting work on the block. What do you need to be a real nigga for when you get to the NBA?
Yep. But you see how he brought up your boy, what's his name? From All the Smoke,
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes. He was like, nigga, you a pretty boy that got bullied that always had to overcompensate. He didn't basically say like he knows Matt Barnes about that, but he's like, he knows where you come from. You them red niggas that always have to overcompensate because niggas want to take you seriously. So he's not doubting what Matt Barnes is, but he knows that when you're doing, you're only that because you had to overcompensate. These black niggas used to push, you know what I'm saying? But they're like, you supposed to be like Drake getting all the hoes, not losing your wife to him. he was disrespecting Matt Barnes.
Yeah, that nigga went in, bro.
And knowing a nigga like Matt Barnes, he's absolutely right. Matt Barnes will see his ass about the hands. But he catch him, that's the difference. Matt Barnes is a wild boy.
I think I got two. Some hip hop. Rapper Lil Reese from Chicago got shot up from a stolen SUV. I'm hearing so many sides from the stories. They're saying like it was supposed to be like a drug deal.
Yeah, I don't know. He was inside they said that he was inside of someone's stolen car. They tracked it with the GPS and they came and hit him with that flame.
Okay.
I don't know though. Them niggas go to jail. What is this? What kind of justice is this? I can track down my own car with OnStar and I tell cops, don't worry about it. I got it from here. How does that work? I just said you get an OnStar, call the cops. How do I just hit niggas with that fire, make him get him off the shit? What's worse is there's a video of Lil Reese out here breathing for his life after being shot. Yelling, that's what you get, nigga. You robbed the wrong nigga. Yeah, nigga later.
Ridiculous.
I'll see the video. Nigga laid his ass out. Still talking.
I ain't get that. Let me get that.
Because that's the whole thing. Like my car has GPS. If a nigga steal my car, I'm gonna go where my car is at, and I'm gonna go retrieve my car. If a nigga act crazy, I'm shooting you.
I don't think Lil Reese and them act crazy. That nigga just went and dumped it.
We've done that shit before. Like a nigga iPhone end up missing. We go pull up where the iPhone is pinging at. We go get our shit. We're not calling the police. Police is the last resort.
That's the sad thing about it, dog. That shit is crazy.
Oh man. But he was a signed artist too. What the hell are you doing stealing cars? And that was
not really. He's like a hood dude. I don't know if he's really signed.
Yeah. And he's also Chief Keef homeboy.
Yeah, he's like
that's
a hood
thing. Like once you make it to a certain level, I don't know why niggas try to keep this whole tough guy shit.
That's the thing, though. I think he's never made it out. Like they took Chief Keef out, and the labels never really mess with him because he's like a problem. But he's like a legend in Chicago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he's always kind of been there. It's kind of worse once you get a lot of fame.
But he is signed though.
Yeah, but once you get a lot of fame, you don't even really might as well not do no more crime, dog. That shit they don't go together. Remember he got jumped not too long ago and he ended up shitting himself. They jumped him.
Yeah, don't make sense.
Yeah, the shit is wild, man. You said that was Little Reese, right?
Yeah,
Little Reese.
Well, all right, then we might as well cover the Rory and Ma's response to Joe Budden.
How did you guys listen to the response?
I did.
What about you, Gray? You didn't?
No.
You checked it, you know?
Yeah, of course. I listened to the whole hour and 40 minutes, whatever it was.
Very informative. Them boys got some chemistry. They might be able to fuck around and pull the podcast off themselves.
I think they should. Like they should do a podcast.
They just did a logo of Rory and Ma. I don't know if it was a one-off. I can send you the logo of how it's supposed to look. It's like a sketch of just their beard, like a black beard and what's name. And I'm like, okay, them boys might be onto something. But ultimately,
I can understand where that grief come from.
Yeah, they made a great agreement. They're like, we never worked for Joe Budden. We had a partnership agreement. You know, I work over there. I got a percentage. You can keep all the intellectual rights, but let's say we get 25%. We bust down 25% obvious of whatever the bags that come in from that point on. But every time they ask Joe Budden for the paperwork, Joe Budden giving these niggas a runaround.
And especially when they said, Joe Budden said, I'm not gonna give you guys that percentage on this much money. I was like, yeah, that's something a fuck nigga would do.
Yeah. What happens is
when the money is big,
there's no issue.
Right, but when the money is big, you'd be like, damn, these niggas getting this much money. That's why I don't understand niggas that that's not
human
friendship.
Nature, though. It's human nature. It ain't that it's not friendship. Here's what happens. It's almost like if you ask someone to borrow money, you're humble. Hey, bro, you got this, you got it too. Then when it's time to pay it back, let's say you ain't got it, he's got to hawk you down. You almost get mad that he's bugging. Damn, bro, I got you, man. Or you like, fuck, man, let me get this man his money so get off, man. You kind of feel like almost like he's trying to. He's like, and that's human nature. It's kind of crazy how you're humble before when you needed the help, but now that you're on the other hand, even though you still don't got it, you're like, fuck. Now you treat him like he's a debtor. You're like, fuck, let me get this guy off for free. When you was like, well, really, if you were to step out of yourself, think about it. He looked out for you. Let me pay this fucking guy back. It's human nature. He felt like he could have got those bags by himself. In the beginning, he was giving his 1%. After, imagine this is millions. Like, fuck, I'm about to give this nigga 250,000. They're gonna give me this million with or without these boys. Man, that's a lot of fucking bread. And he told the boys, hey man, next year y'all niggas going on salary. And they're like, shit, not us. He told them just like that, y'all boys go salary because when they're on salary, they don't get a cut. Right. He feels he can get that back with or without them. But you gotta honor your words, bro. If they're asking for your things, at the very least, wait till the thing's up, and when the contract's up, and then after that, move forward. That whole, you better audit me then. He thinking them niggas gonna be loyal and not actually go to the lawyers. Bitch, this is millions we're talking about. I'm right. About these fucking lawyers.
That's what niggas say GP for, bro.
Exactly. He thinks you want to be on. He thinks like, he's like, audit me then. He thinks he's gonna try to flex on you, like make you not look like a real nigga because you ain't gonna go to court. Fuck that, nigga. We going to court by this couple. This is millions, bro. You ain't about to be out here trying to run away with my fucking bread on some millions. So he's green on that aspect. It would be nice to see that one time that someone that fucking does you dirty out of money or anything like that. If they would have just said, look, man, this fam gets the best of you. I got a little bit greedy. I apologize. Here's your actual amount. But it never happens like that. After times, what happens is a person that does you dirty, they might give you a settlement for a fractional amount, or they might give you the actual amount you owe, but they never give you the money, the opportunity lost for all the time the money wasn't in your hands, the interest that was lost on that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if Birdman was doing right by those artists that he did dirty. He just said, look, man, we're a young way, no better fucked up. Here's the money I owe you. Here's $2 million on top of that. Never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Everyone does a settlement or less than. They never go above and beyond to really fix up for where they fuck up at. Because if you do someone dirty about their money, you should either pay them what you owe them, and if we're talking about millions, you're talking about potential tens of thousands of dollars of interest, bro. For years that it wasn't in my account, it was in your account. Even if you didn't do nothing with it, that was interest growing in your account, not growing in my account. You know what I'm saying? You giving me back the same money doesn't even make it fair anymore.
If what Rory and Mel is saying is true, Joe comes out as the fuck nigga.
Yeah. And all the shit he was talking, it is kind of, because even academics are saying that. Academics say, look, man, I don't know what type of deal you got, but if these boys are right, then Joe, you just got to do right by these fucking boys. Because if that's the fucking deal, that ain't how you told it to me.
But after looking at how Joe Budden is perceived in public, do you not think he would do some bullshit like that?
Yeah, I think he turned green on them boys. Talking about them put y'all niggas on salary. And then the new niggas he got in, he's able to get the two new guys for half the price of one of those guys. Yeah, right. Got them on salary. Sheesh. And they don't mind, they're gonna go to podcasts.
Well, for now, they don't mind. Later down the line, when that money start coming in,
they're on salary. They're not gonna get no extra money. He got them right where he want them. That's where he wants the other two there.
Yeah, from the beginning, but later on down the line, when you're contributing, to the podcast.
Listen, as long as you're on salary, he don't want you cutting the bread, and he'll put any friend on that seat to keep the bread the same.
He's gonna have the same result because you're not gonna feel like really what do you call that? You're gonna feel discouraged, knowing that you're on this you getting this little bit of salary, and this guy's getting millions, and
it's not a little bit of salary. It's still a decent salary. You just feel like, because these other boys are rich regardless. He through the podcast they got rich. The thing is, it ain't like he's not wrong in the sense that he's proven time and time again that he's the spice special ingredient.
Well, he already got some fame. He's known.
No, but it's not only that. He goes to other shows. He creates other shows, whether it's State of the Culture, whether it's the Pull Up. He shows you that he can do it, whether it's just him doing the interview with an artist directly, whether it's him with a cast, whether it's him as a
he got more pull,
So he's the pull, so he gets the bag. But it don't matter. Whatever you agree to with your boys, that's what you got to bust it down like.
I don't mind him getting a higher percentage, but you still got to give them boys some kind of percentage or royalty.
If that's what they agree.
If that's what you guys agreed to, yeah. If I agree to 30%, it don't matter if 1 million come in or 10 million come in.
Exactly.
30% is 30%. Nigga,
Exactly.
bust that shit down how we agreed to
When
it.
that number looked too big, that 30% on 10 million, when he seen that 3 million, he's looking sick. He's like, fuck, am I really? He's used to maybe give you $1 million, like 3 million. Like, damn, I'm really overpaying
That's
these
like
niggas,
greed.
man.
Yeah.
That's what greed does to people, though.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be spoken to. Maybe if he,
But that's also like that's also his principles too. Like, you gotta
his principles are bullshit. That's why I do a lot of
Exactly.
that. Because he's treating his boys the same way he complains the labels are treating him. He don't want to show them the books. You know what I'm saying? The same way he's complaining is the same way he did to his boys. He became a corporate boss the same way to his own boys. Because his own boys said, "Nah, we ain't gonna take salary, bro. We don't work for anyone."
Going forward, I mean, that was like a learning experience for them boys. So they gotta come, forward with the contract and agreement, everything.
They had all that in place. Joe just didn't want to respect the contract.
Then he's
They would ask for an audit, and Joe would just give him a PDF and then he type up himself. And they're like, "Nah, this is how this goes. We need to see the breakdown of expenses all the time." And he would not show it to them like that. The shit was kind of
especially if you're paying for expenses and then you don't want to somebody don't want to show you what's coming in.
Because that's how you keep the books.
Bro.
You can lie all day long and say that, "Hey man, yeah, last month I had to spend $3 million in expenses on this $4 million check, so we have to bust down this $1 million between us." You're like, show me what the fuck you spent the $4 million. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to show the book. He out here cooking the books, not his own boys, huh?
Yeah, so in that situation, I think Joe Budden was wrong. If you guys agreed to doing this percentage-based partnership, the nigga just bust it down how we said we're gonna bust it down.
Yeah, that's how partnership is. Yeah, you gotta be percentage.
Yeah,
that is just like you're just a staff or employee or a helper or whatever else.
the shit it's crazy. It's a weird thing to throw a friendship over. That ego shows you when he fired them boys on air. He had already apologized for firing them on air, but that money, bro. That's the thing about that money, though. That shit, it could be evil, bro.
It really exposed, like,
this is friends he had for years that he's fucking firing niggas on air, doing shit like that, and then you end up being wrong. The fucking did all that, and then he's also in the wrong. You can't have it both ways. You can't throw the tantrum and be wrong. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, I was like, damn. And I think he figured because their character, how them was, like to say, we'll speak on this later, never really speak on stuff. He didn't think he was going to hear back from them. And he threatened the boys, unless y'all boys will get a podcast, I'm going to sue your ass. And the boys like, nah, you already fired us. You're in breach of contract. How the fuck you going to sue us? You don't not showing us the books.
Right, because no matter what's in your contract, if the company terminates you, you don't have to respect none of that.
Exactly.
Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that type shit.
Yep. So the boys, it's a crazy thing to see, man. Who would have thought this? I was cool with him getting rid of him at first because I like when he had the other dudes there. They have a different opinion than Joe, but then look at this shit. I fucking do a complete 180. Though I was like, damn, would have seen that fucking coming. Now I'm championing Roy and Mar. Like, yeah, but your boy's going to get as much back as I can.
Yeah, but they had to make a name for themselves. So
I mean, they're already industry connects and all that. I sent y'all that.
That's what, because they shot that at WTF Studios. We need to produce one of those type of studios.
What studios is that? Was that Weezy's studio?
Yeah, WTF.
Because that shit was clean. That setup was better than Joe and them shit.
Yeah, of course, because that whole company is just about the production of podcasts. Because I was looking at their prices, it's like 180, it's 160 an hour. And if you want camera, that's just for podcasting. If you want camera,
that's Weezy and Alex's thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that shit is. The invoice came in there clean. First podcast, they sold that shit for $2 a pop. So they ain't like they even leave bread on. They came out the gate charging niggas the bread, and after that hit the internet. And really, they got off of them. Them boys did it easy. Them niggas could have hit them for that $10, and people would have paid it for that response.
Yeah, that Patreon shit.
Patreon, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they did $2 an episode, probably bust down $1 each, and call it a day. What would be the ultimate fuck up if they did $2 an episode, and then Malta was, all right, let me, how much you make? And then Malta, Roy talks about, oh, you don't need to see the books. Put the script, do the same shit all over again. Yeah, but the boys suggest a lot of stuff, and he brought up how he said he should have seen this coming, which I already called on here. And Joe was talking about the Eminem episode when he had, I forgot on there, the guy was talking about, he like, but Joe, you have a contract. And Joe said, man, he said, I don't honor no damn contracts, man. And I'm like, that goes, there you go. That's simple as that. This guy does whatever the fuck he wants, no matter what he's done with. I'm like, well, that's a good deal or a bad deal. At the end of the day, you signed the deal. You took this bread, honor your contract, and get the fuck up out of it. All this complaining is unnecessary.
That's the whole thing. When you're working with somebody, everybody needs to have access to the books.
Exactly.
It don't just need to go to one person and that one person distributes the books.
Yep.
Everybody needs to, like, if an email comes out to one person, it should come out to all three people. That's part of that production.
Exactly.
That's where there's no fuck shit.
And I think he did that because them boys wasn't on that same like fame level as him. Like if it was anybody else on that same level, I don't think it would have played out different.
They were doing it for years before they were getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they started getting a little money, show money, they agreed to it that way. And for the last 2 years, each time they're asking for the books, either give the runaround or this and the third, or it was an issue. And this final time, they're like, look, they're like, the money we walked away from Spotify, I didn't even get to see what the contract looked like. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You telling us we're standing together in solidarity, but can we see what that looked like? You don't want to show anything.
Yeah. If a nigga don't want to show you the book, it's because he's stealing from you. Period, bro. If a nigga don't want to show you how the money's coming in, he's robbing you on some aspect.
Yeah, you already know, yeah.
No matter what business partnership you guys are in, if a guy's not transparent and want to show you the books, you already know there's something wrong there.
And then sometimes as a friend, you gotta ask. They should have never let it get to this much anyway. They should have been asking for the books immediately. Sometimes you gotta say, hey, I'm keeping you honest, nigga, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna help keep you honest. Don't fall for that, because you're making the situation worse and worse. The more money we can work. And it comes to a point where you now have allowed him to paint himself as a thief, and he can't stand it. He's not gonna be able to stand up to himself as that. Now you got no choice but to hide the books. You know what I'm saying? Had I pressed you from the first month, the second month, I'm not allowing this shit to go no 2-3 years. I'm on you all the way through. But now he's so far in the hole and got you for millions, he can't obviously show you the books and look at you in your eye anymore. Now you'll know that he's a thief, and he knows he's a thief. You know what I'm saying?
I think all that went through his head too, yeah. The whole,
because he said on his podcast
that those guys, they're just starting out, they didn't have any deals or any leverage.
He said on his podcast, he said, listen, when I get the deal, I eat different. When you go out here, you bring the deal, you eat different. And the boy said, that's all fine and dandy, but we got a percentage play. We don't know about no different. We eat based on percentage. That's simple as that. That's all the boys work out. I was like, the boys got a solid point. It don't eat different this other thing. You know what I'm saying? Honor the contract until it's done. You don't like it, you go to the next one. That's how they do it.
What's next?
What else do we have?
One thing I got on politics is the child who interviewed Barack Obama died at 23 of natural causes, they said.
Which one?
The young kid who had interviewed Barack Obama.
How long ago was he? Man, he's 23 already?
That was during Obama's presidency, yeah.
And he's 23 already? That's kind of crazy.
Well, yeah, you gotta think it's like been, let me see.
Obama was 8 years.
Yeah.
Trump was another 4. Okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
What he died from though.
See where I got it?
So what he died from, does it say?
No, I didn't say. They say of natural causes, which I don't believe.
No.
Because if you're sick and like you had cancer, that's considered natural causes. But
everything now is considered COVID, so I'm surprised it's COVID related. Another thing with Joe Biden is everyone's jumping in the water. There's blood in the water now. So all his critics are coming out against him, from Kevin Hart. You know, Kevin Hart was on this Joe Budden's neck talking about, he's a guy who was criticizing me before this, that, and the third. And, I guess he's trying to say, you wanted to be the boss, but he's how you really treat your friends. You know what I'm saying? So then that shit is wild. You got the girl that was on this podcast.
The DJ.
DJ, yeah. She accused him of sexual harassment. Hold on, call on the next one. I gotta use the restroom real quick.
I heard he also apologizes.
Which one?
He also apologizes to her.
I gotta use the restroom too, bro.
Ah, damn. I'm here by myself.
Hold on. I'll be back too. Give us a second. Hold the show down, Greg. Talk on your own.
I'm about to go use the restroom too. Man.
Ready? What happened?
Oh, no. Juno also went to use the restroom.
Y'all just left us with dead air, bro.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna have to see what point of the video is this.
Yeah, let's see where we're at. Yeah, I think we're on the sexual harassment on Joe Budden with the girl that
Yeah, so yeah, the DJ, the girl that was on his show, she had abruptly quit his show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she just went on to say that, Joe Budden was giving everyone compliments, but he said he wanted to fuck her or some shit like that, and he joked that when he was kind of hugging her, he made things worse to him, so she abruptly quit the show, and now go fast forward later, look at this shit.
Yeah, also here, apologizes on there.
I mean, I guess you could try to get ahead of it, but she's coming for that bag.
Yeah.
That's sexual harassment. You got to do that settlement, my boy.
So right now it's just gonna rain. Sexual harassment cases are just gonna rain on them.
I mean, with her,
especially all the dirt that
Yeah, well, her, who knows if other people's gonna come up, but if she's trying to get that bag, and he just got that Spotify bag, wherever it else he is, he's gonna. If you don't want to stop more bags, you're gonna have to cut that check. This might be her easy little bread he got.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you gotta act accordingly when you hire people, bro. You be out here wilding.
Yeah.
Talking about you trying to smash.
Wow.
What y'all talking about?
Joe Budden with the girl that claims he sexually harassed her.
Yeah, the DJ.
Oh, okay.
What was her name, anyways?
I don't know, but she's smashable.
Olivia Dope, DJ Olivia Dope. Yeah, he said he did it. He apologized for creating an upsetting environment. Joe,
That's him trying not to get canceled.
I don't know if he might be cancel proof because he has enough men. Most of his guys are men in general, but he probably trying to not to stop the what's name bag that he's supposed to have with Square or anyone else. You know what I'm saying, or the you know what I'm saying. You don't want these big industries to step away from you if you don't get on top of it. They don't give us no slack though with those black folks. Mm-mm. See your boy Joe Rogan this past week. People were mad at it. They were already mad at him a week ago when he said his idea on the COVID thing. So he had to walk that back. And just this week, he said if he gives up to the woke mob, he said straight white men will have a voice in this country ever going forward. So he gives up to the woke mob.
Wow, he went there.
He's like, he's all that stands between the wave of wokeness, though. If he shuts down, Stir white man who said niggas gonna fold in these pressures. So you gotta fight for your position. You know his position now. He's playing his part. You know they almost don't want straight men to talk period nowadays. So you gotta. That's one thing I give to Kevin Samuels. He says that straight black men need a net worth for them by them, and we don't have one.
We never had one. Yeah, never had a platform.
We don't have one that's for us, by us, in a sense. It's just what I'm saying. You can have one that includes us in it or a group of us, but ain't one that's for us, by us.
We had FUBU, nigga.
Not a network, not a TV, not a news thing, not new thing.
Nothing. Never had a platform.
Yep. What else do we have? Ellen got canceled.
She didn't get canceled. She got retired. She's retiring.
Yeah, she said.
But we know why. This whole woke culture, like we said, like I told y'all podcasts before, like for some reason, motherfuckers just started gunning for her. Maybe her contract's up. Maybe the network, she's making too much. But for some reason, out the blue, motherfuckers just got upset. We gotta get Ellen the fuck up out of here. And for weeks, Breakfast Club was speaking on the accusation of a hostile workplace. They act like she out here raping people. I don't control the workplace. You know what I'm saying? I fired the person that was responsible for it. They said, well, how could you not know it's been years? Like, listen, I don't do that. I'm the star. I come here, I shine, meet other celebrities, I'm out of here. That's it. And this shit is crazy. They just kept gunning for it. And I already knew once Breakfast Club kept repeating on it. I'm like, who's feeding these people that knows? This is not hip hop news.
But with this like a show business, like I don't know how it's worked out. Is the star also like the overall supervisor, overall boss?
It can be, depends on how much they're in, but she's not in that. So it went from them saying that she had a hostile work environment. They fired the guy that was either harassing them. So they said that she was really mean to work for. Like, y'all motherfuckers worry about me, y'all getting paid. What the fuck y'all talking about? Not all bosses are nice. She ain't telling you to come to work extra and hours. I'm saying, who cares if she's mean? And that became a narrative. And after a while, she took a break. And then after that shit, this just no longer challenging. She's worth about a good $400 million or something like that. Some crazy number. And she's like, nigga, I'm retiring. Fuck y'all. So,
yeah, bro. It's just society got so soft, bro.
Here's what I hate.
What the fuck do you want your boss to be nice to you for? Talk to you nicely. Nigga, I need you to do your job. I need you to do your job. Go fucking do your job. I don't have to tell you that shit nicely.
What I hate is how Republicans didn't have nothing to run against. Like they was just all Trump. That was it. And then they said the next thing they're gonna fight is PC America or woke America. They said that last year. And I was like, y'all niggas ain't getting nothing better than that. Nobody in America gives a fuck about woke America. This shit's not an issue. And it's like, as soon as they agree to it, we canceling somebody else every week, and it'd be some dumb shit. I'm like, fuck, the Republicans called it. It's like this is the problem that's coming down the pipeline, and everyone just decided to move accordingly. Hey, we're gonna just start canceling people for dumb shit until it shows the Republicans are right.
Hey, Trump might make a comeback, bro.
Listen, they canceled Sleeping Beauty the other day because the prince kissed the Sleeping Beauty to wake her up. They say he didn't ask her for consent.
Well, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? This shit is wild out here, bro.
I'm telling you, this new generation, bro, bringing some bullshit.
So they coming with some weirdo shit, bro. Yeah.
Like, I saved this bitch life by kissing her, and you talking about she didn't give consent?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck consent. What about the life that was saved?
Yeah, I'm hearing that shit too. Like they're talking about even like say like if you see a dog, you call it a dog. They're talking about they didn't ask to be called a dog. I'm like, what the fuck?
That shit it's insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we've gotten from one extreme to the other extreme. I don't know how the Republicans called it. Everyone's fighting against this wokeism over PC culture. I'm like, listen, y'all don't have other shit to really argue about, but they might be right, motherfuckers. Everything's politically correct.
Trump might make a comeback.
Trump might listen. Y'all keep this shit up. Trump gonna come slide this bitch clean. Slide like y'all miss your boy. He'll come back. Y'all miss your boy. This shit is wild.
Worse than ever.
Worse than ever. Shit has got people. We out here.
Extra upsea. We're done.
Chrissy Teigen got canceled.
Who?
Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's wife.
about
She had
talking
already
mean to
quit
somebody
she had
13
already
years
quit.
ago.
Yeah, she had already quit Twitter because she's like, all I'm doing is arguing here, this, that, and third. It's making it it's taking too much of my time. She had already quit earlier this year, and they still went back and canceled her. Someone that she was bullying years ago. This, that, and third. The person came out. They pulled some of her products from because she has like cooking wear and Target and all that shit. They started pulling from there. It's not like, damn, man, this niggas be getting canceled, bro. This shit is wild. It's I don't know. I think that remember what's crazy? Maybe there is someone that gets together and decides this is what society is going to be on the next generation. Like someone that decides these are the bullet points we're going to agree with. Because if you remember, Charlemagne was saying to Andrew a year to 2 years ago that it's about to be women's time. Trust me. That's why he already started cleaning up his act. And then Andrew's like, nah, bro, I'm leaning into it. I'm going in even harder into the other side. You're like, Andrew, I'm telling you, pretty soon you ain't gonna be able to say a thing. How the fuck could he know that far out?
So you see the patterns.
And the patterns,
I saw the patterns where like
someone's got to brief you and let you know, look, we're on this right now. 2-3 years from now, we're about to be on that. We're about to push this narrative.
I had seen the pattern where a dude was gonna start acting like feminine and soft and stuff like that. I had seen that a while ago.
But he's not. But he didn't decide to lean into being more masculine. He just decided to pander more. You're like, nigga, I'm still gonna eat. You get it? He flipped it that way. He's seen this out like there's just some stuff that they can tell you in advance. Like I seen that there was that one guy that got fired from CNN. He leaked audio. He was showing how he was able to how they didn't really press Biden when he was running and how they're pressing everyone else. And he's like, well, once they just wanted Trump out of there no matter what. And once Trump's gone, once Biden's out, the next thing we're going to pursue heavy is climate change. And so lo and behold, shit just all fall in place. Dog. Like this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
We've been on climate change for a while.
We've been on it, but is everyone locked? There's a difference between been on it and everything starts locking into place easily. Like everyone just lockstep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When shit are lockstep, you got two people doing two opposite stuff. You got like COVID, everyone in lockstep on COVID. Half the world's, most of the world's lockstep. Everything just moves accordingly.
Yeah, that we could have seen that coming because every year we're always getting these like bad flood and storm. It just keep getting worse and worse.
Okay, here's another one. It's like 5G. 5G was supposed to be here by now. Motherfuckers started freaking out, burning out towers, blaming it on bullshit. Nah, they're like, hold on, these niggas is too dumb for the shit. We're gonna roll it out next summer. Remember 5G was on its way.
Blaming COVID on 5G.
Remember, yeah, they used to blame COVID on 5G. They started burning down towers.
I know they still do. I see people faking like they got books that says.
Listen, man. Meanwhile, Singapore is light years ahead of us. They're like, what the fuck they doing over there? so
I like to go over there again, man.
So when you controlling a group of people, sometimes there might be people that pull cords. You're like, listen, they're not ready for this just yet. Here's another thing that you can see about all the UFO shit that's going on now. How they started speaking about it. 2020 just did a documentary talking about how the UFO society. So it went from them completely denying it to now they're easing us into, we gonna probably see an alien within the next 2 years, bro. Like they're gonna like, we found life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like we're slowly being cooked into the shit in a sense where we can accept it.
Yeah, I guess it sells. I mean, for good. What do you call that?
I don't know. I just be trying to
grabber.
Yeah, I just be trying to peep this stuff though. When I be trying to see, like, look at the Israel and Palestine stuff right now. Before they'll let Israel do whatever the hell they want. Now all these actors are speaking out against it. This, that, and third. Before that, speaking out against Israel.
It was a no-no. Yeah,
that was unheard of. Ain't nobody was boss to do that. Now they're still not really speaking out against Israel. They're just saying Israel needs to stop Palestine deserves life. They're still not calling them, but the fact that they're even doing this much is kind of crazy. Though Hollywood's ran by Jewish folks and connects like that, so it's a lot of politics. So it's crazy we're seeing this much pushback. We're in strange times, though.
Yeah, Israel's still trying to expand. But like we looked at, Israel was looked at as like almost like a victim because like they're so small and then they're surrounded by all these other Arab nations that They don't
It
have,
don't even matter because the fact that
but
'cause
they're
for what-
heavily armed. They're
heavily armed. They're nuclear power.
yeah.
I mean, we went over there and
And they don't want anyone else around them to have any.
we won't allow no one else around us nuclear power,
but
and
they have it.
they keep expanding on their own people, growing bigger and bigger. It's
Mhm.
it's just crazy, bro. It's wild. Do we have anything else?
That's it for
Christie
me.
got canceled.
Who?
Ellen got canceled. Elon Musk still fucking up all these bitcoins and Dogecoins and shit. Other than that.
Yeah,
Elon Musk
if you didn't cash out on Dogecoin yet,
fucked you up, right?
Yeah.
I think it
fucked
should
up.
be put up tonight. Elon out here just doing what he's like the Joker, bro. We can't pin this guy down for nothing, though. We don't know what does he want. He's a terrorist, though. He's not. Just tell us. Well, he won't tell us his demands, though. Every week is a different shit. He's pro Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. Pro Doge. Doge is a hustle. Every week is a terrorist with no. You can't. You can't reason with him, though, because he won't give us his demands.
But I think he's really abusing like the fact that he got control of like those the crypto market. Whatever he says, it makes a change and make a move.
Yeah,
He might say something negative just so he could buy more, and then say something positive just so he can go ahead and cash out.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. He got that kind of power. Yeah,
it's crazy that one man has that kind of power, and two, because he says he don't even own Doge.
wow.
That's just even more fucked up. Why are you messing people's money up then, bro? Just don't speak on it, bro. That shit is crazy, bro.
That's evil. Yeah, that's evil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't pin this guy down. You don't know what's his motive then. He didn't clearly like you don't care about money.
Well, he had said at first like he'll accept Bitcoin for Tesla,
And he started doing it.
and now he rejected it.
And this week he ended up rejecting and make Bitcoin's price drop after making Doge price drop the week before. This shit is insane, bro.
Then Mark Cuban said he'll still accept Bitcoin for what do you call that
for the game?
Mavericks game, yeah.
Like that's a real fucking commodity, bro. It's one damn one guy selling cars, the other guy selling tickets to a game, bro, for one team. It's a big difference. Even Mark Cuban, but it's a crazy thing, bro. I don't know what's going on with Elon. I said just buy his stock, bro. Just buy Tesla. That's the only thing he actually owns, and that's the only thing you won't see him try to do anything fucked up about. Even that he's done. Those times when he tweeted that he thought that Tesla was overvalued was just fucking a wild thing to say.
What I understand is like sometimes he speaks against like his own interest. Like
that's what I'm telling you. Like when he said Tesla was overvalued, I'm like, why would you do that, bro? You're the CEO of this company. I own this stock. Why would you say such a thing?
You're the majority shareholder. You talking about he think the stocks might be overvalued. Like, really, bro?
Like I tell you, bro, he can't be reasoned with. We're trying to corner this dude. He's a wild boy, man.
Yeah.
I think that's it, bro. Oh, okay? We spoke on what was it, Kwame Brown?
Yeah, we spoke on that.
But did we say why he had beef with other boys?
We're calling him a bust.
Okay.
Yeah, we spoke on that.
But you said it's mainly because he's a bust because of his draft order, right? Wasn't because
because where he was drafted. If he wasn't drafted number one, no one would call him a bust.
Is that what that Shaq post was about? About the ring, saying he doesn't have one.
Does he not have one either?
No, I seen the post where like Shaq had what was it, like 3 rings on his fingers, and said he doesn't have one.
Fucking Shaq. What Shaq have? Four. Shaq ultimately has 4 championships.
Yeah, he got 4.
Yep. T.I. and Tiny are under investigation for sexual assault in LA.
Still?
No, their other one just got dropped, case closed. But now the other one's not another state. That's what happens when you going on a case like this and you have someone like Glary all right go against you. Them motherfuckers gonna throw so much paperwork at you after a while, you're gonna either settle Or that's how it works, though. They're gonna imagine now they're like on a world tour. Each time you beat a state, another state's gonna come up with a sexual allegation against you.
Yeah, it's almost like the way the legal system is. It's like even sometimes even if you're not guilty, innocent, they can still make you out to look guilty or make you out to pay
It's
some.
costly. You got to defend yourself.
Yeah,
You got to defend yourself because if you ignore these summons or these allegations, you know what I'm saying, or at least they have to come out that, you know what I'm saying. So after a while, they fucking up your brand, this, that, and the third. These people coming for that bag. He basically got to keep making his money, and like you said, the other one got shut down, and now it's another state. You know what I'm saying? So it's always something or the other. But we'll see how long before it go long. I know if you go before the right judge, just like if you keep being accused
of getting people pregnant,
you go before the right judge, he can make it where it's kind of like where now I forget what it's called. Like now you can't just go off hearsay. You don't already have the DNA. You're not going off of just bringing here, just saying, hey, you slept with me anymore. Because you came to my court too much times and proved not guilty, and because you're a celebrity. So now it's on you to try to find the DNA or this, that, and the third by that point going forward. We got anything else?
what recommendations I got for this week?
let me see. For me, back on my master class, learning how to pitch writing ideas to producers.
You trying to make a film? I need that login, bro. I need to get you put that masterclass,
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you.
They have some shows on. They have some good things on it. So you look at the writer one. You trying to pitch a show to one of these producers?
Maybe, yeah.
They have a bunch of different shows they have on there. I want to see the hostage negotiator. Yes, some.
Yeah, I already watched that one.
How to negotiate with people and all that stuff. It's crazy the type of stuff people sell you right now, though. They just pay these people a check, and these people out here give you an interview. They give you a TED talk.
Yeah, they got a lot more. It's becoming like bigger. You got more professionals coming on there. So and you know it's legit. So it's actually people who's doing it. Who?
Oh yeah, exactly.
You've seen done it. Even for the business one, yeah, that one's good too. Those are
my recommendation would be for the week would be, what did I give last week? I gave Your Honor, right?
Yeah.
This week I'll give City on the Hill. It's on its second season. It just finished the second season. Phenomenal show.
What network is it on?
Let me find that. Is that Showtime or Stars? Let me see. City on the Hill. Let me see. That one is fire. It's 2 seasons. Boston, Kevin Bacon, another black guy on that. Superb acting, though. Fucking fire. What network is this on? It's on Showtime.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be my recommendation right there. City on the Hill. How about you? What recommendation you got?
I don't know if I recommended this a while ago or not. What's the black show on Amazon Prime? Them. Did you guys watch Them?
People told me about it. I haven't seen it yet. The one with it's kind of like they're in a different time period. You didn't tell us about it. People
right, the black family that moved into Compton when Compton wasn't integrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the first black family to move into Compton, or the second black family.
Well, I didn't even know it was Compton. That's crazy. So this before Compton turned black.
Right. So that's a good watch.
It's crazy. That's where George Bush is from.
It's more of a it's more of a scary thriller type, racism intertwined and all that shit. So that's a good watch. I'd recommend watching that if you have the time. It's only like 8 to 10 episodes. So you could binge watch it in a couple of days. But Them is definitely a good watch on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
But folks, you already know what to do. It's that time. I gotta sign this out. We've been on here for about a good 3.5 hours, giving y'all this great content. Shout out to ATL for coming through and blessing us with her perspective on the Godfather Kevin Samuels. But you already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram, That's Absurd Pod on Twitter, That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook. And if you want to drop a voicemail, you can always drop a voicemail at 407 900 6076. That number is 407 900 6076. And you can always drop an email if you just want to type out your thoughts at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. That email is that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. And we'll catch you guys next week. Appreciate you guys for listening, and we out.
All right. You think they're gonna give your boy